can change that after the fact too. So like, we're completely committed.
Yeah. Plus, and too many. We gotta stay. We gotta stick to the 3-word format. I think, dude.
Hold on, Satan's
Got to
not
be
here,
consistent.
so I gotta remember to tell him.
Yeah, you want me to
Not to
message
put the
him, or are
thieves'
you gonna?
gloves on the new. Because, I'm sure he's really gonna...
At dog. Yeah, get that cough in there.
Oh, so you're trying to get him here. I just wanted to be an asshole. It's just like, no, I want to tell him not to put the thieves' gloves on the new because that'd be way more fun.
That works too, dude. That definitely works, dude.
I am a bad person. I am definitely a bad person. All right, now I've got the chat up so I can see the 0 viewers. We're streaming. Oh, you know what?
And we're live.
I saw more information on a story that I talked about last week. The chick from Disney going on to OnlyFans, Bella Thorne, I think it was. I didn't realize it was all part like of just a role. Like she didn't actually apparently put up nudes. So like she got like $2 million in like one day. And then, like, didn't post nudes, and so there were, like, $1 million worth of chargebacks on credit cards, because it's fraud. That's how that works. If you don't fucking deliver the materials or the service or the goods you promised, they don't have to pay you.
Yeah, did it? Well, I mean, did she say it was going to be nudes?
I don't know. I'm going to assume $1 million in chargebacks. There definitely was fraudulence there. Because it's the credit card company that makes the call as to whether or not to do the chargeback. So, and it was funny because apparently that made OnlyFans change their policies and change their schedule for paying people, and like all sorts of shit had to change. Because it was a big fucking chunk of money that just wasn't there the next day. So, that was apparently like a big thing, and everybody got all pissed off about it.
Yeah. All right, then.
I think the people that put that fucking money up there are retarded and shouldn't be. It should all be like given to charity or something. It's like, Jesus, like how fucking desperate are you to see like this child star that you apparently lusted after until now she's an adult and she can show her titties. Like Jesus Christ, it's fucking wrong with people.
Yeah, that's fucking creepy as all hell, dude.
And the other people on OnlyFans were like, she's ruined it for us. She doesn't care about us. It's like, no, sure she doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, that should not be a surprise to you.
Yeah, judging from what little I've seen of her now that I've been looking at this thing and thinking this is hilarious, I don't think she gives a shit about anybody but herself. So, it's really hard to beat somebody's opinion of themselves. It's somebody that fucking narcissistic, you're not gonna win. Oh yeah, fucking who's surprised that the fucking shooter in Denver was fucking Antifa? Nope, not me.
Yeah, nobody was, dude. That's the fucking thing.
Oh, I went onto the fucking news station that posted one of the videos you posted. I'm like, yeah, he's Antifa, guaranteed. I don't even need to know anything other than you're liars. You're fucking
dude,
liars.
as soon as I saw the thing on his wrist, like, I didn't know what that was about, but I'm like, I guarantee you that's associated with Antifa somehow.
Yeah, there's some sort of weird fucking Antifa group that uses the Space Invaders as their like merch and stuff like that to make money for their terrorism.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not.
I really want to see Trump go after these people,
but I guarantee it.
I'm at the point where if Trump wins the election, I'd like to see Kent State turned into like the fucking slumber party of the century by what he does after that, because he needs to just shut this fucking down. It's sedition at this point. Yeah, like they're just murdering people in the streets. And no, you can't shoot somebody because they defended themselves with bear spray. It's not legal. That's not how that works.
Yeah.
You don't get to start trying to attack somebody and have them defend themselves and then get to kill them. That's not at all how that laws work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially when he grabbed for the fucking bear mace can.
Yeah, as soon as he started trying to grab a weapon out of the other guy's hand, the guy had every right to spray him with bear spray.
And he didn't even spray him before he shot, dude. He shot before that dude sprayed. Yeah, dude, it's fucked up.
The guy got up to like chest level or something,
literally
I think.
Is still just pointing at it. Yeah, because you can see there's a freeze frame on one of the videos that I showed where you can see the spray of the bear mace, and you can see the shell ejected.
Yeah.
Right above the gun.
Yeah. He basically went in, tried to take somebody else's weapon, which is instigation enough to be shot and killed if it was the other way around.
Yeah, he got slapped.
It's certainly not grounds for him to shoot the other person. That's not how that works at all.
Yeah, getting slapped after you try to reach for somebody's weapon is, turns out, not grounds for shooting him in the fucking head, dude. Or wherever he shot him, he died pretty much instantly, it looked like. I assume it was the head.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fucking insane, dude. And yeah, I was like, why are they fucking... Again, it was so incredibly suspicious. You're like, really? Already you've determined that he had no affiliation with Antifa? And I'm like, okay, so he definitely has an affiliation with Antifa.
Yeah.
Fucking, it is amazing how these, like, the police department is running interference for Antifa.
It just blows my fucking mind,
insane.
Right? It's just, it's Denver.
Yeah, I would
it's
figure
fucking Denver, Colorado. So of course they're running the fucking interference. It's just, I don't see. You gotta remember though, when that gets released from the police in Denver, Colorado, that's basically from the mayor's office. It's not from like the actual police. Yeah. They probably have very little say in what it said. Like that's their press release officer, and the mayor gave him a fucking written thing to say. I'm sure, you know.
Yeah, I guess I just had never heard much from Denver as far as being, you know what I mean?
Colorado was the first state to legalize weed altogether. Of course, they're like a liberal fucking stronghold in Colorado.
Yeah, it does kind of make sense, I guess. Yeah. But I guess again, it's, like I said, most of the shit was from Portland and Seattle. So yeah. I guess Denver's like, hey, they're not talking about us a lot. Let's have somebody fucking blatantly fucking murder somebody.
I want to see Trump get these people rounded up and put in Guantanamo for terrorism. And then I'd like to see him go after the mayors and the governors of the states for aiding and abetting in sedition. You know, like this needs to be shut down, and it needs to be clear that it's not acceptable anymore. Yeah. Yeah,
and I'm still holding out hope that, because Trump, in the last, year and a half, has been a bit of a disappointment, especially after the first couple of years and the shit he started out with. So I'm really hoping he's like waiting until he gets reelected to fucking pounce on everything.
Because there's nothing he has to worry about at that point. He can't get elected for a third term, so he can just fucking haul off and just go fucking nutty. And I know he knows that, and you know he knows that, but you never know though, because at the same time, Obama started as president, and then 8 years later, he looked like he'd aged like 50 fucking years.
Yeah,
it might just be that
was fucking crazy.
The reason he slowed down and the reason he's having so much trouble is he's just mired in the political nonsense to the point where he's just like, I fucking don't know what to do. How do I just gotta fucking knuckle down on the things that are the most important, just get that shit done, keep the economy from falling apart, keep our people from starving to death, because China's gonna fucking be super fucked when it comes to food.
Yeah, the corruption is so fucking rampant, dude.
Oh yeah, well, and keep in mind, China's one of the biggest food markets in the world. They buy a lot of food from us. Their main agricultural area just flooded. Like that everybody's talking about that flood near where the plague started. Like that's a huge amount of their food growth in China. So that's going to be a real big deal.
God damn.
It's not a huge issue yet, but it's gonna be. Because we're nearing harvest time, and they don't have anything to harvest from that whole valley.
Yeah, there's only a billion of them. How hard can it be to feed them?
So I just send over a nuclear bomb and solve the problem. Less mouths to feed.
Yeah. That would actually probably be more humane than letting them fucking starve to death.
Honestly, I'm surprised PETA's not shipping them dogs.
I can't imagine starving to death. I really can't, because I'm a fat ass. But, like, dude, fuck, man, that's got to.
Well, you got to remember, China
worst
has this
fucking
sort of
go.
front of really great stuff in the cities where like people are able to actually choose what they do, and they're all working and they're happy, which is all bullshit. But man, if you're out in the farms, they don't even try to make it a front. It's just living like fucking serfs in the Middle Ages. You know,
Yeah, it's pretty fucking disgusting.
Yeah, they're all essentially slaves out on the farms. And you cannot leave the farms. If you're born in the farms, you're staying in the farms. Yay, communism. Everybody's equal. Except those guys who are a little more equal than the rest of us, right? Fucking.
Yeah, it's the whole animal farm thing. All animals are equal.
Except those animals that are just a little more equal than the rest of you. Oh my god. Bill Burr, that was fucking crazy. There was so much cringe in that. And even with that much cringe, that audience was just like like you can tell like they were really not happy with some of those jokes.
Yeah, he started out with a little bit of pandering shit, if I remember correctly. I forget what he was talking about. Oh, the COVID shit. He was kind of like pretending like COVID's like super dangerous. Like, yeah, if you want to die, don't wear a mask. I'm like, dude, nobody's dying.
That was really hard to listen to.
Incredibly unhealthy already.
Because you're not listening to the eggheads. You're listening to nonsense if you're genuinely worried about COVID at this point, unless you're over 80 or you have a serious comorbidity issue. You know, like I'm asthmatic, so like genuinely, I probably should be worried about COVID, and I'm not really exposed in any way, so I'm not worried about it. But it shouldn't be other people's responsibility to like wear a mask to go to the bar because I fucking shouldn't be at the bar. You know what I mean? Like until the fucking
dude, having to wear a mask. Having to wear a mask at the gym fucking bugs me.
It's so fucking dumb.
Because I've been going to the gym again.
Didn't they make all the gyms put in those stupid plexiglass walls between machines too?
No, they just have every other machine marked with some fucking stupid poster.
Oh, you have to be careful about COVID.
Yeah, every other machine is not to be used. It's still there. They're all still there.
Yeah. You remember fucking? Do you remember the nuclear bomb?
Every other one.
You remember the nuclear bomb things? The COVID stuff is starting to remind me of like the nuclear bomb stuff, like duck and cover. Like getting under your desk is going to keep you from being annihilated by the nuclear fallout.
You mean like back in the 80s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have nuclear bomb fucking tests?
Like, well, the end of the world's coming.
Did you have nuclear bomb tests in your classes?
I think we did.
I know we had stuff where we got under the desk, but I'm not sure if it was earthquake or fucking nuclear bomb tests.
I'm pretty sure it was the nuclear shit, dude. Like being under your desk would fucking do a goddamn thing, dude.
Oh, I love that.
Fuck. Yeah, that was pretty fucking ridiculous. The desk will save you for sure.
It's like, teacher, shouldn't we at least point the desk towards the epicenter of the explosion? Nah, because it don't fucking matter. You're going to be dead in 30 seconds anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, and an earthquake, it would make sense. Cause
I know we did it for earthquakes. Or whatever. Yeah, like if you have like the hung ceilings in all the classrooms, so those stupid foam tiles are going to be crashing down, and like the metal from that might crash down, and like the desk would probably hold up any of the stuff that's over you. Like it probably would keep you from being like too at risk of dying. I mean, you're definitely better off under there than anywhere else in the school. That's for sure.
But yeah. Like I said, I'm pretty sure they definitely did it as a nuclear thing, dude. It was fucking insane.
Oh man, it's our week where nobody else shows up this time. Weird. You never tell when it happens, but I think at this point,
even when they show up.
Yeah. Half the time they're just playing fucking League of Legends.
Maybe they didn't like my bitching at them for fucking being here but not being here.
I mean, you had a fair point. I was kind of like, I'm like, fuck it, I'm just chilling out. This is my unwinding time, so I mean, it's kind of like shitty, but I don't really care that much because we don't really have an audience anyway.
And
it's just when they interrupt like other conversations, it's kind of like annoying. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, they're just like talking about the game, like as we're talking about something. And I was like, dude, glad you're fucking here, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah,
we got Daytwa enjoying his chips. Crackle, crackle.
Yeah, they're kettle, so they're fucking.
Oh, those are the good ones
crunchy.
too. Fuck yes. Oh, did you see the fucking? I didn't see this fucking OnlyFans model that fucking beat her grandma on fucking paid videos.
Oh yeah, I didn't. I remember hearing about that too.
Oh, and it was Gundam. I've been going through a lot of his videos because he's actually
do it. Oh no, it's because
she couldn't be fucking bothered to fucking edit that part of like the actual felony out of her sex videos that she was selling on OnlyFans.
Yeah, she's fucking stupid and evil.
Yeah, it's like the equal parts stupid and evil. Yay!
So what was it like? Her grandmother basically called her a whore or something, right?
Yeah, her grandmother was mad because she's in her room beating her meat for money on the internet. Like as one would be. Right. I don't think any of my grandparents are still alive, but if any of them were, and I just started fucking like masturbating on the internet for money, I think they'd think less of me for that. I think they'd be disappointed, and fairly so. Like, it's your opinion. You get to have it.
Yeah, especially if it's their fucking house, which I assume it was.
Oh, I think in that her case it was. But she's in a lot of trouble. Grandma's not living with her anymore. I think she's going to prison for a while. Yeah. Because she's pretty, but she's not pretty and rich, so she doesn't get to just completely disregard the law. She'll just get like half the fucking sentence that anyone else would.
Yeah. She's definitely earned that shit.
Oh, yeah. Ugh. Fucking did you? I don't know if you ever looked at it, but the r/ask Reddit said, hey, black police officers of Reddit, what is it like to be a black officer and deal with all this BML or BLM stuff? And like 90% of it is just people saying like they've already said they're not going to fucking publicly say anything because it's too dangerous. Wow. Like they're all like, we don't want to lose our jobs, but they're all fucking crazy. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah, I would imagine they're fed up too, man.
Well, the majority of the ones that did answer, there was like one or two that did. So like that I saw, they were kind of like everybody's dumb. Like both sides are retarded. Like yes, there is racism and it's a problem occasionally. No, it's not every single time somebody gets shot. Stop fucking whining. You just
something along the lines of stop treating criminals like they're fucking heroes.
Yeah, exactly. But it was basically just like, they have a very balanced point of view. They're like, BLM is absolutely out of their mind, and so is everyone else. Which is, fair.
Yeah, like, how... fucking frustrating. But yeah, like I said, I can imagine them just being totally fucking fed up with this shit.
Oh yeah, well, and then like they get, I'm sure more than a few black police officers got into the police because they wanted to make the police better. They dealt with some officer who was a racist prick, and they're like, you know what, I'm gonna be a cop and I'm gonna make this fucking. I'm gonna treat people fairly. I'm gonna lead by example. I'm gonna go out and change it myself from the inside. And now they're being like harassed and called all sorts of terrible names and arguably like vilified even more than the white officers. Like, oh, you're a race traitor.
Yeah,
like
calling them Uncle
fucking what? Yeah, but then again, they want to take police away because they don't want people to be able to defend themselves from the terrorists. They don't want any sort of defense.
Yeah, they want to take police away and gun.
Yeah, they just want people to be basically at their behest. Whatever they want to do, they should be able to just do it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, if they think I need
really
a gun to
the
kill
attitude.
them, they're very fucking mistaken. Like, if it comes down to it, come in my house. It's not going to end well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it doesn't make any fucking sense, dude. I don't understand that. I don't understand the mindset, dude. I just fucking don't. Like, why do you think it should be okay for people to just commit crime, dude?
Because well, it's not that they think it's okay for people to commit crimes. It's they want to be able to just do whatever the fuck they want, whether it's a crime or not. They want carte blanche to be able to just do whatever they want. Nobody else should be allowed to do anything they don't agree with, though. Even if it's counterintuitive, like they get to do it, but nobody can do the same thing. Like, it's okay for them to beat the fuck out of, like, some old man in the street, but you shouldn't be allowed to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it really is fucking insane, dude. Yeah. Yeah, it's just entitlement, man, from fucking everyone. Like I said, that video that I sent you, I guess you said you had seen most of the shit before, but I had never seen that one bitch from that speeding stop or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah. Like,
he was, in my opinion, he was like, perfectly polite.
I literally had to go back and watch it. I'm like, what did you see that was racist? I mean, because I'm like, did I miss it? I got to go back and watch this again. I literally went back and watched the traffic stop again. And I'm like, okay, I knew you sign it thing was kind of dickish, but not really.
After her behavior and attitude, I honestly, that was perfectly acceptable to me. Like, it's like, you were kind of a bitch, so yeah, he's being a little bit of a dick back. But even then, he said it in a pretty polite fashion. He's like, all right, I knew you were going to sign it, but thank you very much. You know, like, and I'm going to be on my fucking way. Just like, you could tell he was heated.
Right.
But what blows my mind is just that like, didn't he get fired? I mean,
did he really?
I thought they were trying to fire him or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. Somebody else that got fired with no. It was the BLM button thing, where like they don't even like all the stuff that they're saying he did. It's just bizarre and absurd and not realistic. It's like I don't believe any of what they say. I bet you that waitress fucking wrote it on wrote that in on the receipt. I doubt he even did any of that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was thinking of this traffic stop one still. Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying it's like the similar kind of thing where it's like, gee, they're all fucking nonsense. It's like every time somebody says somebody wrote something on a receipt, it's always fucking the waiter or waitress that just printed out the receipt and wrote that shit up after they left.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm at the point where I'm going to start taking pictures of my fucking receipts. But... you know, I shave my head all the time. I don't want to fucking go to some fucking Caro's and then end up on the fucking news. A local white racist, man.
Try, you actually live in the fucking... you actually live in a place where that shit... Well,
dude, and to be fair, like, there are racists in California. There are racists in California. When I shave my head, there are people who will come up and tell me some extremely inappropriate racist shit. Very rare. Very fucking rare, but it does happen.
Yeah. I think I can count on one hand how many times I've fucking come across, because, you know, I shave my head during the summer all the fucking time.
Yeah, it's so much cooler, right? And it's cheap. You don't have to go pay somebody to fucking style anything. It's just like, you just cut it off with a fucking pair of clippers.
Yeah, when it starts getting up to 110, 120, it's time to fucking shave the head.
Yeah,
but even then, I've never had anybody to come up with it.
The head is where most of the heat will leave your body, like, so it's usually it's really a good idea to shave it, especially in the heat.
Yeah.
But man.
Yeah, and if you just put a little film of water, you just throw a little water on your head, you feel like fucking 20 degrees cooler, like instantly.
It's like
it's a really nice thing.
Japan has stick-on heating pads, and they're very small and they don't really do a lot of heating per se, but what they do is they have you put them where your blood flows close to the skin. so that it heats your blood, and then if your blood will take the heat into the deeper parts of your body and warm you up better than if it was like just a pad that got hot, like a really big one. So they're smaller, and they stick them on their fucking, like, stick it on your neck or stick it in your thigh, or like that kind of thing. So it hits really gets into the blood.
Yeah, the most efficient spots, basically.
Yeah.
Hey, Samaj, how's things?
Ah, Mr. Samaj, how are you?
It's all right. How are you guys doing?
We're good. We didn't put the thieves' gloves on the new, so Satan's probably not going to come.
All right.
Just remember, if you ever want to get to him.
Oh wait, he didn't. I don't think he was here when that went down.
Oh, yeah, Satan asked us to remind him not to put the thieves' gloves on the new, and we've been doing it over and over ever since, so feel free to join in on that gag.
I have no opinion one way or the other because I have no idea what that means.
Oh, I really don't know either. It just drives him nuts at this point when you say it to him.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, something with the game, like equipping thieves' gloves on a certain character by the name of Nunu, I think. If I'm gonna guess.
I thought it was like
a bad strategy.
It sounded to me like an analogy for a condom.
It's just gonna sound like an analogy for a condom.
Definitely be.
That's not far off.
It took me. I don't know. When it comes to Satan, it's always some bizarre sexual comment. People think I'm the deviant.
Dude, I briefly had some German guy trying to flirt with me on VR chat. That was definitely interesting. Well, I'm not gay, so I was like, nah, dude. It's like, sorry. You're not nearly enough of a femboy for me. Sorry.
Did he want you to shit on him, or
no? There was no Scheisse request. Thank you. No, he was just really, really nice. He's like, I'm a sucker for deep voices and shit like that. I'm just like, oh, this guy's laying it on thick. It was definitely awkward feeling. It was like, oh, what do I do? How do I? Oh, he's not outright saying it, but it's kind of clear because I've done this from the other side where I'm trying to flirt with somebody and it's not getting anywhere. Oh, it was weird. Thank God it didn't sound like a fucking 12-year-old, though.
Hey, Samaj, did you see the shooting in Denver that happened down here?
I heard something about it. I was watching. You have like a video here about the hacker 4chan. I just.
Oh, there's a bunch, dude.
Oh, I bet. I just finished watching that before I hopped in here. That's interesting. I think the internet is a magical place that really does some good in the world.
Yeah, you cannot hide, dude. They're going to figure shit out, dude.
Oh, yeah. That's why they're trying to control the internet, man. They don't want people finding the truth this easy.
Well, they have that term, weaponized autism. And this is definitely a case of what feels like weaponized autism. Because, my God, they were out, they got him. Found all this information, found this Facebook, found that. Like, how are you people doing this?
Yeah, within 12 hours of the story breaking, they're like, we found it.
Dude, here's the thing. The very first thing I saw about this story was the tweet from the Denver PD. And as soon as I read that about it, the guy who definitely wasn't with Antifa, before I saw the videos or anything else, I'm like, okay, so he's definitely affiliated with Antifa. You know what I mean? Like, it's that point, like, we know it's propaganda, and fucking, I'm going to assume it's the opposite of whatever you're saying. You know? And then I saw the video, and I'm like, yeah, that guy's a private security guard. Sure he is.
Yeah. So, I know the guy who got shot.
I'm not sure why they dropped the fucking...
I was gonna ask, there's a guy who got shot. I don't know the full context of what happened. Did the guy who got shot, is he okay?
Oh, no, he did.
No, he's dead.
Shit.
He died pretty much instantly, dude.
Yeah, sadly.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Basically,
this is kind of what happened. If you see the original video I saw, there was this black dude that was just screaming, "Try something, find out. Try something, find out." Whatever fucking stupid shit he was saying. Yeah. Okay, so that was going on, and then right next to that where this old guy, the one that ended up getting shot, and this fucking dude that shot him, and basically the dude that shot first, the old guy had a thing of bear mace, a spray can of bear mace. All right, the first thing that happened was the dude went to grab his bear mace, right? And the dude fucking shied away and fucking slapped him. And that dude immediately pulled out his fucking gun and 2 seconds later just fucking shot him. And the guy had the bear mace pointed at him, and he must have done it. It was almost instantaneous. But the gun, shot the gun, it seems like just a fucking split second before the dude pulled the thing on the bear mace can. But yeah, he fucking pulled out a gun and shot him, dude, after trying to reach for his fucking, after getting slapped for trying to reach for his fucking bear mace can.
Yeah. Because, if you try to steal a weapon out of somebody's hand, they're just going to be like, oh, okay, no big deal, buddy.
Oh, you want this? Here you go.
Sounds to me like the guy was just looking for an excuse to shoot someone.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But from what I've seen in that video, it looks like this guy has a history of doing shit like this. So this is a psychopath, like a guy who just likes to kill.
Yep, perfect for Antifa.
Yeah, or just wanted to. Yeah, if you go back further, I'm gonna post it here.
One second.
The very first one was yesterday at about 8:46. It looks like.
Okay.
It shows the initial video, and then right below it is from another angle, where it actually shows the aftermath. Because the first video literally shows right up till about a half second after the dude gets shot, and then the other video is from a far off angle, and the guy runs up after the shooting happens, and sees the cops telling them to put the gun down and all that shit. But yeah, you can because the first one, it's centered on the black dude screaming, and at the very right corner of the screen you see the fucking dude get shot and fall. The other one is, again, the shot happens from far off, but you can kind of hear the fucking gun go off, and you see the spray from again far away, and pretty much the same time. And then again the dude filming runs up, and you could see the guys drop, dude dropping the gun, the cops getting him down. But yeah, they've shown, like I said, there was one video they had that it literally showed a still image of, you can see the spray of the bear mace, but you can see the shell is already ejected from the gun. It's caught in midair. You know what I mean? The shell ejecting from the gun after he's shot.
Yeah. And it just goes to prove one of the things I've always said: bear mace is bullshit.
It's not against a gun, certainly.
Against fucking anything. If you're spraying something with bear mace, you should probably be shooting it.
Yeah.
Do you really think mace is going to stop a bear that's really angry?
Well, bears are...
Yeah, I've never seen it, man. Well, they get freaked out, so they sometimes will run off if something unexpected happens. I mean, loud noises get them to fucking go, go running off.
And so
it might.
You can buy, shells for a shotgun that are really loud, specifically to, scare off bears, and the deal is you put one in first, and then you put the kill shots in after it, because if it doesn't run off after the bang, you're going to want to kill it.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, I would suggest slugs. After the warning shot, it should be all slugs if it's a fucking bear.
Yeah. I remember there was one guy who was I think it was a hunter going out, and he was spending the night in a tent. And apparently, it was in deep up north or whatever, and a fucking polar bear. Bear goes through the door and starts sniffing inside the tent. Now the guy, who just sort of wakes up and sees a bear nose. Now he recognizes that it's a bear nose, and just out of instinct, number one thing he did is he wound up and punched him right in the fucking nose.
Oh damn!
And just because that's all he had available. He didn't think he'd be dealing with a bear. He was out dealing with deer and stuff. He punches this fucking polar bear, and apparently that was enough to deter him. Ran off.
Oh yeah. Well, there's another video.
Yeah, my mom.
Oh, go ahead, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say my mom and sister were camping in a spot, and they literally had like a bear mom and like two pretty large bear cubs with her, like fucking feet, just a few feet from the fucking tent. And like I guess my sister saw it and then like woke up my mom to like warn her that she was gonna set off the fucking noise shit. And yeah, as soon as she set off that noise, fucking loud as fuck, they just fucking scattered, dude.
Oh
They
yeah.
took off running for like fucking. They did not stop.
I'm all for that kind of thing, you know. But you should have a gun and be ready to fucking kill it if that doesn't work.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
What is there's one in there's a video in like the Alaska area with the really big fucking golden bears they got there. I forget the specific, what are they, like grizzly?
Grizzly? Kodiak maybe?
Oh, Kodiaks, yeah, the Kodiak fucking bears. And this dude's out there filming, and he's a pretty good distance off, filming them all at the river, getting their fucking salmon. And then he looks over, and there's a bear just sitting next to him, like maybe a foot away. And he's like,
I think I know what you're talking
"What are you
about.
doing here?" And the bear just fucking looks over, gets all shocked, and runs the fuck away because it didn't notice him. But it's just like, you know,
Is that the
like,
one like he's kind of high up, like the river's
Yep.
kind of way below him, right? Is
yeah,
that
yeah,
what
he's
you're
like
talking about?
way, yeah, he's way above the river, and he clearly thought he was in a safe spot, you know. But fucking
bears, dude.
the thing is though, for like each one of those like incidents, there's also incidences where the bears just fucking eat somebody. Yeah, like
Well, dude, there was that one guy that like thought he was friends with the bears and was
yeah,
fucking hanging out with them.
he
Until
lived with bears in his house.
One day he found out he was just food that they were like.
Yeah, he just got
waiting
killed.
until they were hungry enough.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. 'Cause I'm
They
pretty
just
sure
fucking
it
killed
was
and ate him.
filmed, dude. I've never actually seen the video. But
oh, I
didn't
didn't know it was filmed. I'd have no interest in seeing that. Fuck no.
No, watching the McNutt suicide was bad enough for me, dude.
See, I'm not gonna watch that either.
No, I wouldn't recommend it, dude. I mean, I'm really surprised that I didn't have nightmares, dude.
Oh
But
man,
it's still out there if anyone out there wants to watch.
yeah, really.
I believe on Kiwi Farms or
You know,
somewhere it still has that shit.
The most recent anime I watched scarred me enough. So,
Which one was that?
Teacher, what the hell are you doing here?
Oh, that's the one with the students.
It's
Oh,
so
God.
fucking dumb. Oh
It's-
god,
Well,
and
it's
so
not-
fucking creepy too.
it's softcore porn. And
At one point, the fucking lady is nursing the guy's little sister, and it's not her kid.
yeah.
And she's like, "No, leave it. It means she's accepted me as a matron figure." Fucking what?
Oh man.
Like the one point somebody gets a fucking umbrella, you know, like the curved bottom umbrellas with the handle that's like a big U on the bottom. The fucking she gets set off with one of those while they're like huddling down on the ground. It somehow like goes too low and then ends up hooked into her coochie. And as the bus rumbles by, it sets her off, and she has an orgasm while they're all hanging out with like these toddlers, and they just picked up Happy Meals for her.
I haven't watched that many episodes. I tried to get through it. Frankly, I'm surprised it has a dub.
Yeah.
I just like, why would you dub this? But then again, I think it was done by Funimation. Of course, they dubbed that because they think booby animes are the way of the future.
I was so fucking stoned, and it was so fucking bizarre. At one point, somebody gets off from a fucking carabiner in some dude's belt while he's carrying her, like on his back.
It's pretty bad. There was another one that's very similar to that. It was like the 7 Heavenly Virtues.
Oh no, I'm gonna have to watch it now. Why'd you do that to me?
Oh, okay. Well, the general, it's kind of like a spin-off show to like it's not the 7 Deadly Sins. It's something along those lines. But essentially, what the idea is, like the various different angels of heaven, which are all women, they have to pick a savior who they think is going to save the humanity and the world, that kind of stuff.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, and so they go off and they try to pick them, and then they try to train their particular choice. But of course, they're angels, and they don't really know human customs and all that, and they end up doing strange, lewd stuff. it's all
as
based on,
one
like,
does, you know.
yeah, well, yeah. Well, okay, you can get through it in like half an hour because they're like short episodes. I think they're only like 5 minutes. So
I don't see it 7 whatever.
I don't know what it's under.
Yeah, I'm just saying that I
Maybe
haven't
it's
found
or
it, and
maybe it's like
I'm
some
not.
other maybe it's some other one. I can't remember what it's called.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not
Um,
going to go that far to find it. Like, it sounds entertaining, but yeah.
well, the other one I found more entertaining. I hate to put another one on your list, which you should be able to find. It's called Bikini Warriors.
Called what?
Bikini Warriors.
Bikini Warriors.
So,
All right. How do you not
so
watch that anime?
what
Yeah,
generally
Bikini Warriors.
there you go. It's the general idea is that people go off into dungeons and kill monsters and get good rewards, that kind of stuff. But in order for you to survive it, you're best to have make deals with a blacksmith, someone that can make you like really
good armor, yeah.
really good armor. And the one guy who's labeled as the best, and his stuff does work, but there's a problem. He can only make him in bikinis, and that's because he has an has some sort of enchanted pattern that he got from another world that he can use and customize to make you any armor that can save you against anything. Got against dragon fire, I got armor for that, but it's in bikini. You want this? It's a bikini. So he can make anything, but it can only be a bikini. And so that's why they're called the Bikini Warriors. They're the only ones that will take his patterns, even though they're fucking great.
That's
no one
amazing.
takes them No one takes them seriously. They're considered clowns, even though they are literally the best out there. But why would I take you seriously? You're going around in a bikini. You're just a bunch of girls out for attention. No.
Damn.
It's funny. I like it.
I'm gonna have to check that out then. All right, there we go. Oh, what is it? Oh, we finally are harvesting our pot plants now. We had 3 pot plants that my brother's friend gave us before he moved to Texas, because as nice as Texas is, you sure as fuck are not bringing pot plants there. not a good plan.
I don't know what's legal and what's not in America.
So there's CBD, which is non-psychoactive, and as far as I'm aware, that's legal in all 50 states. THC stuff, which is it's like there's medical and free in states where it's perfectly legal, but there's also still states where it's completely illegal. And frankly, who fucking knows? It's so hard to keep track of like which state is doing what.
I imagine weed's one of those weird things that people don't know what to deal with.
Yeah, well, I mean, what it should be is it should just get legalized federally at this point. It's clearly on that track anyway, but it's not likely to happen, unfortunately. But so the states are making their own rules now, and I think just the various federal agencies will just go and basically collect a bunch of money and essentially just go rob the fucking stores in the legal states every so often. Yep.
Yeah, that's right. I remember them doing it in California, right?
Oh, they did it a bunch in California and Colorado. Both of us, those 2 areas really got it the most. But they'll still go and get it in like other states. Yeah, like you're in, New Hampshire or whatever, and I think New Hampshire is a legal state. Rhode Island, I think, is legal.
Happened? Was that independent of presidents? Because I thought it started happening when Obama was president.
Yeah, no, it started happening when Obama was president, yeah.
It's fucking weird.
It's part of why I started not liking him on the second time. The second time around, I wanted the other guy to win. The first time, I was all for Obama. The second time, I was like, nah, he ain't doing shit. Let's see. Oh, but fucking trimming that shit takes for fucking ever. You gotta just sit there, like, clipping the extra leaves off the outside of all the buds. It's just fucking... There's so much. We're gonna have, like, 3 or 4 pounds.
I heard it makes a nice salad.
It makes a nice salad, yeah. I was watching...
Well, no, I think they do that. They've been doing that in, like, Amsterdam. They actually give you, like, a weed salad.
The weird thing about that is, like, weed, in order to be, like, psychoactive for being edible, you have to cook it for a certain amount of time, at least to a certain temperature, to, like, activate the stuff that makes you high when you eat it. I forget what do they call it?
All right.
Decarbonization is what they call it.
That sounds like a very expensive salad if it doesn't actually work.
Well, and that's what I was going to say. Like, you couldn't make it a salad that would make you psychoactive. Like, it wouldn't have any psychoactive effects if it was just like the weed leaves. You could eat them. They're covered in THC, but they're just not activated. And if you baked them, obviously they'd just be like shriveled little, like, fucking brown things.
Wilted and gross.
Yeah,
what if you were to put the leaves in like a tea?
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You could make like a tea, or you could make like a salad dressing that was psychoactive. Easy, just grind up and cook all the THC out into oil, activating it, and then make a vinaigrette or some shit. That'd probably be pretty tasty.
Yeah.
What if you were to chop it?
Yeah, and I think the point was that there was just the leaves. Like, it wasn't even the buds. It was literally just salad made out of the leaves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which don't have a whole lot of the THC or any of that shit in it.
Oh, yeah, if it's just the leaves and it's not the sugar leaves, yeah.
What if you were to,
I assume it's really just the novelty of eating weed
yeah,
salad.
probably.
Probably. I don't know. It probably doesn't even taste good.
What if you were to mince it up and then put it into like a smoothie? That probably wouldn't work, would it?
No. It has to be decarbonificated or heated up to, like, I think it's 180 degrees or or is it 160? It's some temperature that's not, like, very easy to remember for me, sadly.
Too much pop.
Yeah, probably. Well, I mean, generally what you do is you heat up the weed to make edibles, and then you cook it with butter, with some sort of oil, like olive oil, avocado oil, whatever, or with coconut oil is really popular too, and or you cook it with alcohol. Either way, you can basically distill all the intoxicants out and get rid of the plant matter altogether. So that's how they get the chocolate and the gummies and the salad dressings and trail mix and whatnot. Is by using that second stage stuff on it.
I don't know about trail mix. That sounds a bit weird, but okay.
Well, you roast nuts and then you put them with spray them down with oil, and then that's how you get the salt and the stuff to stick to them. If you ever roasted your own nuts. Just make that. Oh, that really sounded real fucking weird, didn't it? Let's just stop there.
Oh, you didn't do that on purpose?
No.
I thought you were saying that. Dude, it literally, it sounded like you said it that way on purpose, dude.
Yep. How about them Giants, right? They're a good football team.
Maybe I'll ask it there. I know she likes to be a dominatrix every now and then. She gets hired for it. Like, hey, have you ever roasted some nuts?
Man, there's all sorts of weird people out there. You think of all the things humans have done, and we'll still pay some other fucking person to step on our balls or take off their shirt.
Well, to be fair, I mean a lot of us here have various different reasons for why we do it.
For sure. You're not into the porn of it. You're studying for drawing. That's all it is, right?
I mean, that's why I tell the strippers, yes.
It's all right, first put down the bottle of Pepto-Bismol for a second. Let me explain. Oh, well, there was a great scene in that fucking Damn Water You Hear teacher thing where a fucking hermit crab ends up stuck to some chick's nipple, and she's freaking out over it, and she's like, you gotta take it off me. And he grabs the wrong nipple and starts pinching it, and I'm like, there's no fucking way he thinks that's a hermit crab. That's not, you can't fucking confuse a hermit crab and a nipple. They're very different.
Very bad writing.
Or at one point, the guy's trying to button the chick's shirt, and he grabs her nipples instead and tries to button them. You're just like, number one, I don't think she'd be getting off at that point. The nipples are touching. She'd be pissed.
Like, unless you're like half asleep and you're like, okay, honey, let me help you out with. Oh God.
Well, like she had giant titties, so I'm thinking that would have hurt like fuck by the time the nipples got that close to one another. Like Jesus.
I don't know. I don't have titties, so you have to ask some chicks.
No, we all have nipples. I'm sure if you pulled on them hard enough, they're gonna hurt. So.
Yeah, but our anatomy is literally different in the way our nerve endings and all that. I think for women it's a different thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I talk to a lot of deviants. So.
I don't know. Have you ever seen like a chick give another chick a titty twister though? It looks like it really fucking hurts.
I mean, yeah, but you have to remember. I mean, they get more sexual enjoyment out of that stuff than we do.
True.
And if it hurts, and there's a residual pain throughout the rest of the day, they tend to like it.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I mean, if you talk like one of the girls I talk to, like she really enjoys getting spanked and all that, and make sure it's nice, good, black and blue, that kind of stuff. And if it hurts throughout the rest of the week, all the better.
Oh, fuck. Some people are just so fucking whacked.
I mean, okay, whatever works for you. Sounds like way too much work for me. I'm like,
She breaks out a fucking glove lined with fucking like thumbtacks and duct tape and marbles and shit, and she's like, no, I really like it.
I'm sure there's something, but like, look, maybe if the relationship's been going on for a long time, you need to do something to spice it up. Maybe. Seems a bit much.
Just beat you till your ass hurts for a week. Come here, baby, I haven't that beat.
I had a friend of mine that said he had a chick that like wanted him to bite her nipples like literally until they bled. I was like, that's fucking weird, dude.
Nope.
I don't know if I can do that.
There's a lot of weird shit I could do. That just makes me kind of fucking, that where your whole body just goes, no.
Sorry, I'm not the guy. I thought I was up for everything, and you have proved me wrong.
You have just changed my mind on my limits.
Turns out I am not.
Like, well, I don't think I could go for that thing where I was just talking about the chick wants her ass black and blue from spanking. I can't. I don't think I could hit somebody that hard in a way and still be like enjoying myself.
Yeah.
I mean, the spanking, sure, but that's a whole different fucking level. Like, Jesus.
I don't know. I mean, I tend to think if that's what you need, if that's what you like, and it's the only way you get to enjoy yourself, maybe you should go to therapy.
Yeah. Fucking yes. There's too much acceptance for things, in my opinion, these days. It's like, you like fucking horses. Oh, that would no kink shaming. No, this guy needs to go to a fucking therapist. That chick wants you to fucking bite her nipples till they bleed. Yeah. She needs to go talk to somebody. Something is going terribly wrong.
That's what I was thinking. What the fuck?
That was some random He-Man figure I got. It comes in a little castle. And when we were talking about the spanking stuff, this is the guy that came to mind.
He would definitely be able to spank her till she's black and blue. He would be into that.
I think the character was called Fisto. Yeah, okay, all right.
Of course it is, dude.
Oh wait, why am I guessing?
What other name would he have?
I have the little pamphlet right here. Hold on, let me see if I got that right. Oh no, it's Jitsu. All right, well, whatever. I'm gonna call him Fisto anyways, because my God.
I mean, what else would you call him?
Fisto, Jitsu, potato.
I mean, this guy means business. He's for slapping bitches and.
Yeah, that's quite the gauntlet he's got going on there, dude.
You gonna draw Fisto spanking her now? Is that her?
No, that's okay.
Oh, you were thinking about it. Okay, I was just kidding.
Yeah, I could draw an ass
You
there, I
thought
guess.
you were kidding.
Oh
Like
no!
you need Jesus, sweetheart.
How gaping do you want that mountain's asshole? That fucking comic that keeps getting posted in gaming and yelling stuff.
Which one?
Oh, I swear I've seen it a bunch of times where it's like some guy's like, I need you to draw with a gaping asshole, and the guy's like, I have standards, no, and he's like, I have $500. Like, how gaping do you want that mountain's asshole?
Hey, I have not seen this.
It turns out their standards are very flexible.
It's like, I've changed my mind about that. Had a change of heart. And suddenly this seems perfectly reasonable. Oh, man. Oh, what's that? It's a Gundam has some pretty good points about the whole, like, the pretty women just basically can do whatever the fuck they want and get paid, it seems like.
Yep.
I saw a TikTok with like 10,000 likes that was just a chick showing off a bubble she blew, and it wasn't even like big or anything interesting about it.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, that's fucking great.
I'm so fucking. I don't know. I am fucking still amazed at the amount of fucking simps these fucking chicks pull in. Especially, dude, like the ones that are like really hot, like I understand, but like the ones that are just like fucking, like you see people at least that you see women at least that attractive fucking everywhere, and they're still pulling in like insane amounts of money, dude.
It's mind blowing.
That's what I find bizarre, dude.
There we go. It was on Satan's Discord. My bad. It wasn't on Gaming and Yellings, so I just linked to it here.
Both are enjoying it. I want you to follow your heart.
That's
exactly how gaping
good.
should the butthole be. But damn.
I want you to follow your heart. Oh, man. That's when they fucking Circle of Life starts playing. And it fades out. And the circle.
Sounds about
I feel like
right.
the Rocky theme should play.
Da, 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 da.
He's going for it.
Da, da, da. All right, we don't need to do the whole Rocky theme.
I don't
Probably enough. Oh man.
Believe it or not, I've still never seen Rocky.
I don't know if I have or not. I don't think I've seen the first one, but I think I've seen other ones.
Yeah. No, I've definitely seen the Rocky. I'm definitely old enough to have seen the Rocky movies.
Seen the Rocky movie.
I still remember him fucking chugging raw eggs. That kind of thing will make an impression on you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Where he's literally cracked a bunch of eggs into a glass and then just fucking chugs it.
Me and my friends did that. I think we saw that part because me and my friends tried to do that shit.
Gross. Wow.
How did that go, dude?
Eggs don't taste that bad when they're raw. And all the eggs in California are pasteurized, so it's not like you got to worry about them.
I gotcha.
I'll
still worry though. I'll cook my eggs. Thank you very
texture,
much.
Well, the texture leaves a lot to be desired. So like, they definitely do not feel great in your mouth.
I am not.
It's all slimy. I bet.
I imagine it feels a lot like being a hooker.
Yeah.
Except not as warm. Oh, you guys like the fucking vice president debate where like Pence just fucking thrashed Harris?
Yeah, that was pretty fun, dude.
Jesus. I was watching Crowder do his talk along with it because I was like, I don't want to just watch this debate on its own because I'm just going to be infuriated. And there was a couple of times where Crowder just starts screaming, "Answer the fucking question!" That's not what he fucking asked.
Supreme Court hacking?
Just numerous times. It wasn't even just that, man. She did that a lot.
Yeah.
There was a couple times where that happened.
Yeah, she might be the worst, man, out of a lot of fucking horrible people in politics, dude. Like, just totally gives a fuck about nothing but her own fucking shit.
Oh, yeah. You know, well, I mean, she made the mistake of bringing up that she's a fucking TA. That was a fucking mistake. I was like, oh. You can kind of see after she said it, her face kind of going like, uh-oh. Like...
You hear about how China was censoring it?
Oh, I'm not at all surprised.
Yeah, well, because they have like certain areas where like English-speaking people live, and so that's how you're able to see the debates. But of course, you know, you're in China, you can't hear when Mike Pence talks about the whole what's to do about China thing.
Yep. So. And then, and then China's got that big flood. They're going to have a serious food shortage issue.
Yeah.
That's going to get real fucking bad. A lot worse than I think people are... Because nobody's paying attention to it, and they really should be. Because some of the people who are in the know are talking about you might want to start growing as much of your own food as you can. I don't think it's going to get that bad, but I think it's going to get bad.
I think... because I feel like China and the people in charge over there are like... They would rather have like 1 billion people die of starvation than admit they need the help or something. You know what I mean? Like, they're fucking really weird about that shit.
No, I don't think they're going to admit they need help. I think they're going to try to fucking take whatever food they can.
I have all the food.
Yeah, exactly. I think they're going to try to like ease that shortage out to other people, other countries.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And use their not just their political force, but their military force potentially on some of the smaller nations around them.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, dude.
Depending on how bad it gets, really, it could be pretty serious. And even if it is just their own people starving, like, I don't have anything against most Chinese people. I think that there's some fucking serious issues with Chinese culture. But I don't want them to fucking die over in their country. That's fucked up.
Yeah, that's the thing that sucks, is the people that are going to suffer are going to be the average, the fucking regular citizens.
Yeah,
none of the people in charge are going to fucking die of starvation.
Winnie the Pooh's still going to get his pot of honey.
That still cracks me up, dude. They literally fucking banned Winnie the Pooh because
everybody fucking loves Winnie the Pooh.
The guy said he looked like him, dude.
Even if you did, that's a compliment. Winnie the Pooh is the fucking bomb.
That's the other thing. Yeah.
Dude, I'd be like, fuck yeah, I'm like Winnie the Pooh.
Well, you can't humanize the
you just can't handle it.
Yeah, no, that is pretty funny though. Oh god, those poor bastards.
What surprises me is the Catholic Church is apparently going along with them.
I mean, they've bought everyone else, and the church has always been pretty fucking corrupt. I guess, everybody's got a price.
Yeah.
Also, it's 2020. I'm not surprised by anything anymore. Fucking.
Yeah. Especially when you see literally a police department defending Antifa and running interference. Well, again, like you said earlier, it's the mayor more than the actual PD, but still.
If we woke up tomorrow and Stonehenge turned into a portal that elves were coming through, I would just be like, yeah, well, it's 2020. All right, it was time for elves to fucking come in and attack us, of course. Yeah, like I'm done being surprised. Just bring it all on.
Yeah, that's why I wanted the word surreal and absurd in tonight's title, dude.
Yeah. The next time you look at the moon, it's just a giant Pepsi logo. don't be shocked. Where it's changed into the fucking Disney. They just chisel out and like fucking get rid of a bunch of stuff and make it into a Disney logo. I'll be like, yep, that's our new Disney moon.
I'm surprised Disney is still standing by Mulan.
That's fucking crazy.
I thought for sure they would have been like, okay, we'll just not talk about it. We'll just let it go. We'll just, but no, they're defending it. And then apparently we got people who are claiming to work at Disney, saying that people in the higher ups have, because you know how you have little flags on your desk? Well, apparently they have the Chinese Communist flag on their desk.
Oh, that's fucking disturbing.
Yeah, and that's at Disney. I thought, well, okay.
Yeah, I'd like to see. The weird thing is, like, while I don't agree with Disney on most things, I do think that at least if you're gonna have concentration camps, China's doing it right. Like, they genuinely picked people that need that. Oh, that is a great picture. I like that handprint. Hell yeah, dude.
All right. Well, first of all, keep it in mind here with the whole Uyghur thing. The people, like the Uyghurs in particular, they're actually just Chinese citizens who are converting to Islam. These are people who haven't actually finished reading the book yet. They just sort of started up and thought, oh yeah, this might be a fun little thing to try out. These are people who don't know what they're getting themselves into. You could say that they're innocent in a lot of this.
But you gotta nip it in the bud. It's like communism. Like, they know because they are the same kind of fucking problem as Islam turns into. Like, they're like, no, this is our plan. We know what it looks like. We just gotta stop it before it starts.
I mean, yeah, I guess I could see that. But I don't know. I look at the Uyghur Muslims as it's kind of like saying like Catholics in Ireland are very different than Catholics in America, but it's the same religion, it's the same following, but they do it in very different ways. And I have every reason to believe that the Uyghurs in China would have followed it very differently.
I'm sure. Oh yeah, like joking aside, I'm sure.
Yeah, joking aside, I mean, like yeah,
I obviously don't really support fucking concentration.
Oh, clearly,
camps.
I'm not saying that you are. I'm not saying that you are. I'm just saying, like all jokes aside, yeah. I'd rather this not be happening. Islam still has its problems, but I think also like China has bigger problems. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, Islam is definitely a big issue.
Yeah.
A lot of fucking evil done in its name. Although, to be fair, all religions have their own blood spilt.
Yeah, they've definitely all been an issue at one time or another.
It's just currently the one that's spilling blood is Islam. So let's fucking deal with that right now. Oh, man. I genuinely think we just gotta fucking starve that region of money. Like, just let's all work together, all the other countries, and be like, all right, let's just figure out how to make oil not matter. And then you just starve that fucking region of all their power and money. Be like, turn off the terrorism button. All right.
That would be nice if we can get that dealt with. I don't know if we can. I think terrorism will always be a thing.
Oh, yeah, no, we'll always have terrorism, for sure, yeah. Like, we have terrorism in the United States and Canada right now from fucking Antifa and BLM, so, I mean...
Well, I think, I'm trying to remember who it was that discovered that BLM and Antifa definitely are being funded, and the leaders of the organization are definitely China supporters.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so if you go... Yeah, there's a lot of information coming out that it's... that essentially this is... like Antifa and BLM is officially pretty much a terrorist attack from China.
So, right around the end of the impeachment nonsense, there was some comments that the Attorney General, what's his name, Barr, made about how one of the things they're really looking into is the funding for like Antifa and BLM. and those type of anarchist
Well,
groups.
yeah, dude, I pointed it out before.
Yeah,
The
so I
fucking
think it's
fundraising,
coming.
The leader of the fundraising arm of BLM is that Susan Rosenberg bitch.
Yeah, the terrorist.
Who is the one that back in like the 70s, I think, or maybe the 80s, whenever. But yeah, she got arrested and was in jail, in prison, because she got caught literally unloading like 700 pounds of dynamite.
Yeah.
And Bill Clinton, because her lawyer was a huge contributor to the Democratic Party, Bill Clinton pardoned that bitch on his last day in office. And that's the bitch running the BLM fundraising. So yeah, it's pretty fucking apparent that they're fucking up to no good, man.
Oh, for sure.
I think a lot of the reasons for all the increase in the terrorist attacks it is probably due to Donald Trump, because they don't want him to get in office, because he's already, since he's been in there, we've learned so much about like look at Epstein, for example, and all the things connected to that.
Oh,
and
yeah.
we got that. I always bring this up on Gaming Stream, like any day now, the flight log of all the people that were on were taking trips to the Lolita Express is what it was called. We're gonna get the names,
Right.
and sooner or later when that comes out. But I think if Donald Trump loses the election, we'll never get those names. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of high up people.
Oh yeah,
who are on there, from politicians to Hollywood.
We've already had record voter fraud. Like they've already proved like more voter fraud than ever before. Like, and it hasn't even like gotten to November yet.
Exactly. Well, and if you think of like a
do you see this shit in Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if you think of a cornered animal, they have nothing left to lose.
Yeah.
So they're gonna do anything and everything to get this dealt with. And maybe even this whole coronavirus with the Donald Trump thing was a planned thing as well. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, and then BLM and Antifa are likely the filters to get the money and the people, like the people to actually do the stuff for the voter fraud. In my opinion, like I'm betting that's what's going on. I bet a lot of the money that's disappearing isn't really going to Biden's campaign as much as it's going to like paying people to go run around and steal ballots and fucking do that. So.
Yep.
Did you see the shit that was happening in Ilhan Omar's district?
Yeah,
they literally caught the fucking dude on camera talking about how he was buying votes. Like they're fucking paying people. They're like, here, yeah, when you get the ballot, just bring it to us. We'll fill it out for you or whatever.
They have enough evidence that
fucking blatant.
One of the congresspersons for that state, like the state Congress, one of their Congress people is literally pushing forward with the steps that it would take to have her removed from office and put up on trial for criminal charges. Like that might potentially happen. I have no idea how likely it is. I don't know enough details, but that's not a step that somebody does for political purposes. That's a real fucking thing.
You wouldn't have known about this if you checked on CNN, because in CNN they're already saying, well, this is a guy the Veritas dude. He's clearly doing this as a hoax or something to delegitimize him. And he even brought the guy who was in the video talking about, the ballots and stuff, and say, let's take it out of context. This isn't what really happened. It's all a lie.
Yeah, I'd love to know what the context is that makes that remotely legal.
Yeah. Well, and James O'Keefe, the guy who did Project Veritas, he did a video, I think it was earlier today, playing that. Yeah, you literally took out the bits where I prove all this, and this. You're misleading, and he's talking about suing him, I mean, sure, go for it. I'd love to see these people sued.
So then potentially,
I'd love to see anyone get busted for this shit, dude.
I kind of wonder if the food shortage in China might not be a good thing for us politically, because it'd make their resources strained potentially too much for them to be paying as much money as they already are into the propaganda arm of our media and stuff.
Right.
They're going to need to buy a lot of food from different parts of the world.
People, but, yeah.
Well, yeah, it sucks for China, and I certainly wouldn't wish this on anyone.
I'm not saying it's good for like fuck their people. I'm just saying, for us politically, it might end up being a benefit.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Like, oh, we're gonna have to actually feed our citizens. Although, again, they're so fucked up over there. I wouldn't be surprised to be like, no, they can starve to death. We need to fucking take down America or whatever.
Well, I mean, they have the 1,000,000-man army, but 1 billion people is a lot to control with just a million dudes with guns.
It is a bit strange. It's one thing because we have the election coming up there, and Donald Trump's doing all the tariffs and stuff and the virus, but then all these goddamn, I kind of want to call them plagues, because they had the locusts eating up a lot of their grains.
Yeah.
They had the floods destroying a lot of their crops.
The plague, literally fucking COVID, the plague.
I'd say which one? They've actually had 3. They've had swine flu, has come back. They've had a Nova virus, which is kind of like having food poisoning.
Okay.
Which is what, but it lasts for like 2 days, so that's how bad it is. But yeah, they have this Nova virus going on there, and then they have a new strain of coronavirus. Now,
yeah,
I think I'm going to put on my tinfoil hat here, because I think what's happening, because China, if war were to go out between China and America, obviously China is not going to win.
Yeah.
No, so the only other way they could win is probably send a disease, a virus of some sort, and just launch missiles and make it airborne and just pelt like the whole of America with it.
Maybe God's punishing China.
Oh well, yeah. And maybe that's the other reason for suppressing religion in China. It's like don't think about that.
The God is sending like the 7 plagues that just haven't gone after the firstborn yet.
Oh, yeah. It's killing the elderly, that's for sure. Well, it's killed more than just the elderly, because when the coronavirus came out, it was like a really bad strain in China. Even the young people were dying from the disease.
Oh yeah.
But for some reason, when it came over here, it didn't. Like it's killed.
Dude, I think China's like air quality and shit. I think they're so unhealthy due to like air quality and probably diet and everything. I think that was a big part of so many people dying over there.
Could be. Like when I learned about
especially in the cities, the air quality.
When I learned about what street sauce was, and that's in the majority of their soups, I'm like, no fucking way. I ain't going to China. I will never go to China.
No fucking shit.
You guys ever heard of street sauce?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
Dude.
Yeah.
I'm so disgusted.
That's pretty fucking disgusting.
Oh.
Yeah, I would literally be like, I'm bringing my own. I'm smuggling my own food in because I don't want to eat it from anywhere if I have to go to fucking China.
Absolutely.
I will pack my suitcase full of fucking beef jerky if I have to, dude.
Oh, by the way, we got our first dislike for the show today. So thank you out there.
Yeah, it's showing 4 people watching. So somebody's obviously I'm watching the fucking chat. I assume Stabby
you must have gotten,
but they're showing 4 people watching.
Well, your first dislike was from me, so I don't know why it hasn't shown up yet.
Much appreciated.
Well, maybe I just noticed it. Like it's been there for a while, and I just noticed it.
Yeah, it could be.
But we do appreciate it.
Participation. It's interaction.
Yeah, dislike us and subscribe to Gaming and Yelling's channel. Oh, man. He did not appreciate that dislike and unsubscribe joke.
He didn't?
Well, no, he seemed to get a like. He seemed to like it for the first part, but I mean, like it keeps going, and now it's like, all right, stop.
See,
enough already.
It doesn't matter if you get likes or dislikes; it still shows up in the algorithm. You could have the most disliked video in all of YouTube, and you'll still it's still net positive.
True. Well, isn't it like any interaction on YouTube is actually a good thing? Like any sort of like dislike, comment, it doesn't matter anything.
Yeah, the main things that push it, the interaction, which is again, obviously like, dislike, and the amount of comments on your fucking videos.
Yeah. Because they're like, we don't really care how like you interact. We just want to make sure like people are interacting because that means that the content is drawing a real audience, and it's not bots.
Yeah, you're actually watching. Whether you love it or hate it, you're watching, and that's really the main the main thing they care about is if you're watching it, and especially obviously watching the ads.
Yeah.
The ads are killing me, man. I am trying like I think back to it.
Oh, you're in Canada, so you're not getting a lot of the fucking political ads like we're getting here, and I'd imagine. Right?
Well, if I click a political video, I get a political ad. Yes. Like I'll
but it's not American ones, right? It's obviously for Canada, right?
Yeah, I'll get American ones too.
Really?
If it's in relation to whatever, like if I watch a Steven Crowder video, I'll probably get a Joe Biden ad. Now, granted, I haven't clicked on a lot of them because a lot of the ones I do click on are mostly Americans. But if I click on someone like the quartering or whatever, I don't get that. It has to be like specific to that.
I hope you're hate watching because those guys all suck.
What, Steven Crowder?
And the quartering.
Steven Crowder, yeah, I don't really care for him. Like sometimes if I want like another point of view, I'll watch him. But I'm not like a big fan of him.
He's a good way to keep up with the sort of like most of the far right. Like it's sort of like the popular opinion amongst the far right is what he's going with.
Like the best way I could describe Crowder is he's the embodiment of conservative humor.
Yeah,
it's bland and boring. And to call it humor is.
I was going to say, you got to put humor in quotes.
Well, to call it humor is
I follow it.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say his humor is very. I already pretty much said it. I mean, it's barely humor at all.
Boomerish and not funny. Yeah, I was gonna say really, boomerish and not funny.
Well, it's
very predictable.
It's like
cringy is all fucking hell, dude.
In order to keep the claim that it's humor, he has to do what he thinks is funny, or what he thinks other people think is funny. But deep down, it's not a comedy channel. It's just a political commentary thing. But it's like, well, I need to not be taken seriously, so I get labeled as comedy. Like if you ever watch the whole Change My Mind, there's nothing really humorous about it. Change My Mind is just a political conversation thing.
It has such potential, and he's just such a fucking cunt.
Well, I mean,
he clearly picks fucking unintelligent, dim-witted fucks most of the time. Unless he thinks they're enough that he can sway them because they're actually going to listen,
Well, yeah, I mean, he goes after college. He goes to colleges and does it, and college kids are fucking retarded and ill-informed, so it's kind of easy to take them down.
Yeah, it's not really a useful debate if you're just bullying someone over,
Well,
yeah, it's the same as Ben Shapiro. Like, yeah, it's pretty easy to own the fucking libtards or fucking whatever when you're going to fucking colleges. But yeah, I mean, those kids don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know what they're talking about. So it's pretty easy to look good against that kind of shit.
In a lot of ways, I tend to view Ben Shapiro as a little bit more honest because he's just like, yeah, I'm just a political commentary channel. He doesn't say he's comedy. He's just commentary. And Crowder's like, no, I'm comedy. It's like no. But then again, I mean, a lot of the best comics out there are often liberals because humor. For some reason, they can go to those darker places that does create better humor. So,
dude, you know who's really fucking good, and he's actually from your country, Samaj, as Ryan Long. I don't know if you know Ryan Long, but that dude is fucking hilarious, dude. Yeah, he does a lot of fucking, I'll just put the latest one up or whatever.
I'm sure they're not short jokes.
Yeah, that one's not the best one. But no, yeah, he basically he does a really good job of fucking with the SJWs or making fun of them. Like he'll basically act like he's one of them and show how retarded their ideas are. espousing them in the most retarded way, basically.
Oh
It's not
God,
hard.
satire does not sit well these days, sadly.
That's not hard these days.
Yeah, but he does it again in a really fucking funny way, dude.
Oh God, sarcasm and satire have both suffered so much in like this age of refusal to understand other people. Yeah, the weird thing is that most people on both sides share a lot of common concerns. And it's so frustrating that nobody can just sit down and like have civil discussions about like potential solutions and like go back and forth on why they think this or that won't work, and then not try to stab each other at the end of it.
Well, we used to, the rules of the dinner table was you don't talk about politics, you don't talk about religion, because you don't want to offend anyone.
Yeah.
And
Same thing at work. Like, sex, politics, and religion. Don't fucking get into it.
Exactly, and those are very common things, and you keep that into the private, then everyone's usually better, and we've stopped doing that. For some reason, the goal is to always be open about everything, and some things that probably shouldn't be open, like your sex life, it's just something that shouldn't be there. Like, I go on my Facebook, and any of my more liberal-minded friends will be out there talking that they're polyamorous and they do this, and this one chick has has like 5 boyfriends, and I'm like, I don't want to fucking hear it.
It's like I don't need to know it's your personal fucking life. I don't need to know what you stuck where and why.
Yeah. It's just, this is like, I don't know. And I remember like talking with people about this, and like maybe that we should all blame this on the atheists for bringing down religion, because religion was very big on the whole order this stuff, and the whole not being open with your sex life, because then you're a whore.
Well, and how shitty of a personality do you have to have that everything that you think is important that anybody knows is just to do with sex?
Yeah.
It's like, sex is interesting and all, but at the end of the day, there's pretty much only one way to do it.
Like, that was edgy. that kind of stuff was edgy to do back in like the early 2000s, mid 90s maybe, but now it's just cringy.
Yeah.
It's like they haven't quite realized the cringe yet, and they just keep doing it.
Well, like, I don't know, man. I don't fucking understand a lot of it.
I don't know.
I posted a couple of the Ryan Long videos. The first one isn't political, obviously. It's just making fun of like chefs that are all tatted up and think they're edgy and shit. Oh, yeah. That one's pretty funny. The second one is more political. He's like I said, I find him fucking hilarious. So.
Oh, like that one chef on Food Network that always claimed he was from the military. He's like this big, muscly fucking Eastern European kind of guy. And it turns out he was never in any military at all. He's just a fucking poser.
Oh, man. I miss when people used to call people posers. Like, what a poser. That's the modern day equivalent is like fake geek girl. A fake geek girl.
Or like thought.
Posers.
The thought.
Oh, yeah. What you call thoughts, we called you posers.
Yeah. Well, poser was a big thing for a while, I think, in like the 80s, late 80s, early 90s. But...
Yeah.
And then like a brief resurgence in the 2000s.
Yeah, it was the skateboarding back then. Like, if you're just like dressed like a skater.
Yeah, because it was the grunge movement. Yeah, you're right. Because it was when the skaters got mad because the grunge people all started basically dressing like skaters. And they're like, you're not a skater, you're just a fucking poser. And they're like, no, I'm grunge, man. And it's like, all right, you're all fucking idiots. Anybody can wear a flannel and shitty pants.
Yeah. And it was funny because the people from Seattle, where, obviously the whole look came from, were like, we're not dressing like that as a fucking fashion statement. It fucking rains here constantly. Yeah. Weather is always shitty. That's why we wear flannel all the time.
Lunatics. Oh, man. Is there anything better than fashion wars?
Dude, there was one, apparently, like, right when the fucking whole Seattle grunge thing blew up, like, reporters from different places were constantly calling, like, places in Seattle, the Seattle music scene or whatever. And basically they were like, well, what's the lingo you guys using? What does it mean? And like one of the places they called just started making shit up. And the fucking police actually printed it, and it came out. They're like, we don't say any of this shit, and then they find it oh, he's just basically trolling them, dude. That's fucking hilarious.
Why is there a rooster? Go on.
Oh, you don't know about the tweaker rooster that lives next door?
No.
Yeah, apparently, like you said, there's a rooster. It's usually midnight when he starts crowing, dude. But yeah, he's a little bit early. He's about an hour and 20 minutes early. He must be really hitting the fucking meth. I'm surprised that's the first time you've heard
the fucking rooster.
Almost every episode.
Well, maybe you've mentioned it before, and I just forgot. I mean...
yeah, I mean, it happens pretty regularly. Actually, it hadn't happened in a while, and I'm thinking about it. So, yeah, it could easily have been forgotten about. Yeah, our neighbors have not only the rooster that crows at fucking way before dawn, let's say, but they have a fucking donkey that brays exactly the fucking hee-haw shit you would expect, and they have peacocks.
Oh.
So yeah,
peacocks are the fucking worst.
Yeah. It sounds like a cat, like in pain or something.
Yeah,
dude.
it's really fucking piercing. Oh, maybe the rooster's crowing because they've come to snuff the rooster. Yeah, they've come to snuff the rooster.
No Alice in Chains puns allowed, dude. Maybe the rooster's down in a hole and needs to get out. Because down in a hole.
Yeah.
A song by Alice in Chains.
Quality humor.
Song, dude.
Quality humor. We just lost an audience member. Yes.
That sounds about right.
Oh,
I respect you for getting the fuck out of here after all that just happened. It's a great decision on your part, whoever you are.
Oh my god. Oh, we've one more fucking plant to trim out tomorrow. Trimming weed is definitely like a weird experience. Huh? He gave us. We thought he gave us 2, and then like a day or 2 later, my mom figured out that one of the plants was actually 2 that were in the same pot. So she separated it and like got another pot and put it in the mix and put another plant in the third pot. So we ended up with 3 full-sized like plants, and they all.
So how? Can you do that like without? You don't need any kind of license.
No, you can just grow like up to like I think 6 in your backyard with nothing. No questions asked.
Yeah.
Most people don't grow them in their backyard because I guess sun-grown is not as potent as indoor grows, and people might steal it.
Oh, right. Well, it's a little late to go hydroponic now, but...
Yeah, well, we're water curing it, so that's definitely something that a lot of people don't do. When you first harvest weed, it's all like green and puffed out. Like the end nug is like basically like dried and shriveled that you get in the pot stores or that you see on the fucking TV shows and movies and shit. That's the flower once it's been like dried and shrunk about half the size of it where it started. So there's a lot of like chlorophyll and other stuff in there that you want out, and you have to cure it for like a week. Or actually, if you air cure it, you have to cure it for a lot longer, basically putting it in like mason jars and letting it slowly, just like the flower slowly eat through all the chemicals you want gone as it cures. Or you can do it in water for a week, and you basically just keep it submerged in water for 7 days and change it each day. Fresh water each day, and they washes all the shit you don't want out of it, and then you dry it. So... supposed to make it smoother.
Process.
Well, essentially what happens is all the terpenes and shit that people crow about, like the weed connoisseurs, like it tastes like oak and bays. Like that shit's all gone, but like the THC and the CBD and all the other stuff that you want for like the pain killing and the high is all still there. And it's much smoother.
That's nice.
Yep. And it also takes, like, I think it's like 6 or 7 days to water cure versus like 4 weeks of air curing. So,
right, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I almost got like 3 coolers right now. You know, the ones with the little drain on the bottom? She got 3 of those coolers, so we just fill each one up with one of the plants, you know, each one for one of each, because they're 3 separate varieties. So we you know, we're keeping it separate, like each type. But it's going to fill like 3 decent-sized coolers. And what is it, like an eighth can run anywhere from like, you know, 30 is a low end to like 60 or 70 is a high end for like an eighth of an ounce. And we've probably got like 3 to 4 pounds. So let's see, do the math real quick.
So, if you're growing it, can you sell it without having any kind of license, or do you need a license for that?
No, we definitely could not sell it. We would get in a lot of trouble for that.
I kind of figured, but it is California, so you never know.
Yeah, it's gonna be like maybe $1,500, $2,000 worth of weed altogether, minus probably 50% in expenses and like paying for like stuff to do it all. So save us like $1,000 essentially off of weed for like the next 6 months to a year. It's a lot of fucking plant.
Pretty cool, man.
Yep, it'll be fun. And then once it's all cured and dried, then we can do all the fun stuff like, you know, make the edibles and fucking smash it for concentrates and all that stuff. So we're very thankful to my brother's friend, because that's a lot of fucking money's worth of stuff that he had to give up. Goddamn Texas.
Yeah, why Texas? That's kind of weird.
I don't know. He's my brother's friend. He's a nice guy, ex-military guy, vet. So, very nice guy, but, you know.
It's not Jamie from Rogan's podcast, is it?
No. No, he's not on any podcasts as far as I know. And I'm sure he's found places to get weed by now in Texas, so it can't be that hard. He's in the Austin area.
I think, doesn't Joe Rogan have his own, like, line of pop? Like, I know he did, like,
if he doesn't, he fucking should.
Well, I think there's one named after him. I don't think it's actually, like, his.
Well, he did sell...
I don't really know either.
He did sell a type of, I don't want to say it's like a subscription box, but something like that where you can buy it and it's got full of stuff. One of which, because I thought this was neat, it was popsicles, not popsicles, lollipops with like the little CBD stuff in it. But when you're done,
CBD lollipops.
Yeah, but when you're done, you can stick the stem into some dirt and soil, and pot plant will grow out of it.
No fucking way, dude. Really?
Yeah. I don't know what type or what it is, but yeah, he was selling it for a bit. I don't know if he's still doing it. Maybe it was just a one-time thing.
I know he definitely does CBD, because Onnit, ONNIT, CBD shit. That's definitely happening.
Well, you can clone weed, so you can take like a fucking cutting from a branch or whatever, and you can plant it, and actually it'll root and grow into another weed plant. It clones really, really well, so like it'll be very, very similar, if not exactly like the one you cloned it from. I'm Googling weed lollipop that grows a weed plant.
Fuck yeah. Well, fuck, man. They used to do it with...
they still must have gotten discontinued.
They still do it with, like, morphine and shit. Like, they have lollipops that have the, you know... I guess for people that can't swallow for some reason. But yeah, they have lollipops that have the opiate shit in it.
Well, from what I hear, like, the oral method of taking the morphine is the most effective, it's the quickest. So perhaps it's for people that can't stomach the stuff. Because I remember my dad taking his morphine, the oral morphine stuff, it was fucking awful. Just judging by his response, and he's not the kind of guy that generally, like, oh no, I can't handle the taste, blah blah, whiny moan kind of shit. So if he was like almost vomiting, it was fucking bad.
Yeesh. That sucks.
It's kind of funny. I'm on the Joe Rogan website here, his store, and yeah, I don't see the pop thing, but I do see him selling fanny packs.
Oh yeah, he's big into fanny packs.
Let
me tell you, from somebody who grew up when they were actually cool in the fucking 80s, fanny packs are fucking awesome. It is really nice to have a fanny pack in real life.
I think it needs a gay name though.
I had one of those ones when I was in Mexico that a concealed fanny pack, where you can sort of wrap it around your stomach or whatever.
Yeah, it's not as visible, like it's not the belt one.
Exactly, it's not that visible. I enjoy those things. Those were like, it was handy. That's where I kept my cards and stuff, so that way
right,
no one could take them.
Yeah, and think about that, but like bigger, because the fanny packs you wear on the belt are usually like about the size of a small purse, essentially. They're like a male purse that you just put on a belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's got to be the main benefit, is it's not actually a purse, but it kind of is.
Well, like for my emergency kit, like to I got changes of clothes and my meds and all that stuff in there. The first aid kit is a fanny pack. It's a fanny pack that I just belt over the outside, so you can just take that off and put it around your waist to start with. Because they're just so handy, They're just so handy.
So goddamn handy.
Yeah, and then there's an extra empty fanny pack in the bag. Because I'm a big fan of, if you're making an emergency kit, because you got to just fucking get out of your house, there's a fire, then an earthquake, fucking, you live somewhere where there's a hurricane, maybe there's like a tornado coming. I'm a big fan of having extra room. So, like, you have an extra little fanny pack you can pop out and put on, and just put extra shit you maybe grabbed on the way out the door that you needed to put somewhere.
Right.
Because it's an emergency, you never know. Or maybe you get, like, fucking a leaflet from some cop that knocks on your door to tell you got to evacuate for the fire. Like, at least, stick that in your fanny pack.
Good shit.
Yay.
Yeah, I remember back when I was a kid, fanny packs, that was the thing. You had it. That's where you stored whatever knickknacks and doodads you wanted.
Oh, yeah, for sure. They were really nice when you would go to theaters in back in the day, because you go and you pay your, like, $1.75 for the fucking matinee, and you could have, like, a candy and a soda bar, a candy bar and a soda pop in your fucking bag, in your fanny pack, and just get in. Of course, then again, that's when, like, the 16-ounce soda and the 20-ounce were the biggest they got. Because it used to just be 12-ounce cans in 16-ounce bottles, and that was it. There was no 20-ounce. And then 20-ounce came out, and you were like, God, that's a fucking massive soda. And now it's like you go to fucking Burger King, and you're like, oh, yeah, I'll take that half gallon of Pepsi, please.
What's really weird is, like, the grocery store I go to, like, they have the 20-ounce bottles or whatever, plastic bottles.
Yeah.
It's literally the same price as a 2-liter.
Yep. A lot of weird shit like that.
$1.79 when you want 20 ounces or 2 full liters.
Yep. Well, they want you to, the more sugar they can get in you, the more addictive it is, man. Sugar's super addictive.
Right.
They want you to get as much as you can. They want your fix. They want to be your fix.
Yeah. What sucks is it's always the fucking high fructose corn syrup bullshit.
Yeah, so it's like doubly as bad.
Yeah, occasionally, I guess it's more often than not, but Pepsi will have one that's labeled as, made with real sugar.
Oh, yeah, Pepsi products. There's a lot of Pepsi products that you can buy now that are real sugar. I haven't drank soda in so long.
Yeah, I hadn't been for the longest time, but then I got the idea of getting, like, what did I do? Oh, I had gotten like just plain vanilla ice cream, and I decided I wanted to try different flavors of soda as like a float, instead of just a standard root beer.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I did that. And if you get Orange Crush and mix it with some vanilla ice cream, it tastes exactly like a creamsicle, man. Pretty fucking awesome.
Ooh, I haven't done that. I've done like the cream soda float and the what is it? There's Coke, root beer, and cream
Dr.
soda are like the
Pepper's
three
pretty good.
common ones. I don't think I've ever tried a Dr. Pepper one.
I got ice cream downstairs. I'm gonna go make myself a float. Fuck you, bringing that in. Fucking love
You are welcome, sir. Oh, Nacho Damas is the 1 liters are easy to sneak into theaters if you have baggy jeans. It's like hell yeah. Although I just drink water most of the time, so or LaCroix now.
When did you start pronouncing that right?
Well, you guys kept fucking. You kept mocking me sooner or later. I also got some of that aha stuff that fucking what's his name, the commie guy that Satan knows. The aha
Lyman?
stuff he was talking about. I mean, that's pretty good stuff too, actually. And it has to be good for you because they make them put a cancer warning on it. Because everything that's worth having, they fucking put cancer warnings on now.
Yeah, everything causes cancer, naturally.
Being alive. Pretty soon that's going to be our version of like the fucking serial numbers they put on the Jews. Everybody's going to have to fucking get a cancer warning tattooed on their arm.
Right.
Well, what if the cannibal eats you? They need to know that it's not safe and it might cause cancer.
Yeah, you got to know if you've eaten peanuts right before you died, right before you got slaughtered. I'm going to getting a peanut allergy somehow.
Oh, man. Oh, did you see the thing I put? I was like, they need to put, like, I'd love to see the Republicans come up with, like, a Defense of Children and Defense of Marriage Act. Like, one for each of them. Like, one where you can't get married unless you're over 18, period, under any circumstances. Because there's a lot of states where, like, they'll just sell their fucking kids at 13 to, like, some fucking other dude for marriage and shit.
Yeah, they sign off on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit's creepy, man.
And then fucking no more genital mutilation of any kind, like no male or female circumcision. Like we can just count that one out altogether.
Yeah, no, that should really,
and set the age of consent firmly at 18. Because there's a lot of states where it's like 17 or 16. Like, can we just set it firm at 18? And like, if they have Romeo and Juliet laws, that's cool. I'm fine with that. But like, let's just make it 18, period, across the board.
Yeah, they can consent to sex at whatever age, but as far as marriage, yeah, they got to be an adult, dude.
No. Consent should also be 18 across the board, but like within, like states can have their Romeo and Juliet laws. You know what I mean? Like that makes sense.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah, I got you.
But set the bare minimum at 18. Like they can't be like, 18 or 16 and 40 wouldn't be legal. They could, it has to be like within reason.
Yeah.
You stick your dick in a watermelon, you get cancer. Yes, Nostradamus, that is true. It is in 18 federally. It varies by state. The state controls the age of consent in all of them. There we go. Just in case Satan shows up and we didn't know. We'll put him as a moderator so he can't get blocked. Because anything that has Satan on it, you have to fucking keep him from blocking people.
Fuck, man, I gotta take a piss. I don't want to leave you alone, so I'll wait for Samaj to come back.
What if he makes the float and then eats it? Now you gotta wait for him to like just take like each bite.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll survive.
Oh no. Well, that's less entertaining.
Me surviving?
Yeah, we'd make more money if you peed in a bucket or something. Isn't that what they do on Twitch?
All right, I'll take it.
Fucking Oh, that's one of those things I never really pay much attention to, but just like every time I see shit, I'm like, fucking, what the hell is going on Twitch? Like, I didn't realize they really truly did body painting.
Mm-hmm.
Like on Twitch.
Oh yeah, dude.
Where like the chick just puts a pair of pasties on. Like I've heard people like joke about shit, but I always figured it was exaggerating. But it's like, nah, they just straight put like a pair of pasties on and that's it. And then they fucking paint themselves like half naked. For 13-year-olds. Mm-hmm. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, that's been going on. That's been going on for years, dude. It's essentially the softcore porn. Look, I'm not naked. I've got these pasties.
God.
Like, yeah, people are really watching you just for the artistic value of it. Not because they're essentially seeing titties.
It's a 13-year-old watching you paint your fucking titties. They're just jacking off.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus. I like that Pokemon thinks that fucking what she does takes skill. Or not Pokemon, Pokemon, I think it is.
Yeah, Pokemon, yeah.
I mean, arguably, maybe it takes a lot of skill to be that fucking boring. But, like, it shouldn't be your goal.
Oh, are you guys talking about Monday, Matt?
Oh, Pokemon, but the same kind of thing. They're both pretty fucking boring.
Okay, since you're back, I'm gonna go take a piss.
And he's gonna enjoy his float.
Indeed. Mm-hmm.
What is the soda of the float?
It is a strawberry marble, so it's like vanilla with strawberry swirls in it, strawberry sauce or whatever, with 7-Up.
Oh, that sounds really good.
It is.
God damn it. Next time I order groceries, I'm going to have to order some fucking 7-Up. Or a 7-Up, because if I buy more than one, I'll never drink the rest.
Well, the only reason we have the ice cream and all that is because it's Canadian Thanksgiving.
Oh, Canadian Thanksgiving. Okay.
Yeah, it's on Monday, but people usually do it on the weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I think the Founding Fathers made ours like on a Thursday was such a bad plan. Because ours is always on a Thursday. It's like, could you have made it like a Saturday?
Like, we do it on the weekend because you need the holiday to recover from the turkey.
Yeah, do you guys have like the Black Friday style thing?
We do now. We've imported it over from America.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So, okay. Black Friday for us, actually, there was as far as I can tell, it started with the pawn shops. So there's a pawn shop called Cash Canada, and they did the whole Black Friday, 50% off everything. That
Are there a lot of pawn shops in Canada?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of pawn shops, but most people don't go there in the U.S.
Well, it also depends on the demographic of the area. So, for instance, in my area, we're actually fairly close to a reserve. That's where a lot of the Aboriginal people are. And, of course, they don't really work, but they're more than happy to steal and pawn.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's not me being racist. I'm Métis. That means I'm half Aboriginal, half white person, so I can say this shit. I'm allowed to. You hear me, YouTube? Don't strike this channel because I said something that could be perceived as racist.
Well, I mean, look, you're just talking about the savages. It's fine. Yeah.
I'm talking about my people, yes. Well, I shouldn't say it. Okay, so in Canada, Métis people are kind of like, we're not really viewed as full Aboriginals, and we're not viewed as full white. So white people don't really see Aboriginal people or Métis people as white. No, so it's a weird thing. We're not. We can't really apply for certain Aboriginal status because the Aboriginal people can apply for like what was it called again? You can get money from the government just because of that. So some Métis people don't qualify because maybe you have to like go down your lineage and apply for status and all that.
Oh yeah, weird.
Yeah, card. Yeah, it's a strange thing. I just don't even bother because it sounds like bizarre bureaucracy.
It sounds like this is the point at which you and Satan could like meet in the middle and start getting along. Because like he's half white and half black, you're half Aboriginal and half white. I mean, this is where it starts. I'm sorry,
I mean,
in a shitty romance, that's where it starts. I'm just saying.
if he can keep the romance out of the whole thing, yeah, I like talking to the guy. He's fine, all that kind of stuff. He just needs to leave my booty alone.
I
Right?
don't blame
no.
you.
Means
He's too creepy to be given the booty to. Why does Canada have the kangaroo courts? Juno's then because Canada, man. I was fucking. Why do a lot of liberal areas in the U.S. have kangaroo courts at this point?
Well, part of the reason for a lot of these kangaroo courts and all that is also because mostly, let's say, in colleges and universities, pretty much all the funding comes from China and Saudi Arabia. And you guys have a similar problem in America. Like a lot of your college courses are done by this. This is where a lot of the Chinese government, steals your designs.
Yeah.
Because young people design all this new stuff in these colleges and universities, and then that becomes your new modern day technologies. But if China already gets access to it, because they're just stealing it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. China gives no shits about copyright.
Oh yeah. Well, that's why the whole Chinese knockoff is a thing, because they just don't care. Like I remember looking up, because I'm a big Transformers fan, in particular when it comes to Beast Wars, and they came out with this new Masterpiece line. It's like almost $200 a figure, but it's so super show accurate, and like the nerd in me wants it so bad, but I can get a Chinese knockoff of that same figure at half the price, maybe even a third.
Yeah.
And yeah, so like
when it's something like that, it's not as bad. But like, there's a lot of stuff that you buy that's Chinese knockoffs. That's just like you end up spending more money if you're using Chinese knockoffs than if you bought like a decently manufactured thing. And it's virtually impossible to find it like made in America anymore.
I mean, to be fair, it does create a more reasonable way of doing things. Like for instance, I have a Fitbit watch, and when the strap broke, the official ones are like $50 to $100 for a fucking like replacement strap.
Oh yeah.
I can pay for like $5. I can get 2 ones sent from China.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Like,
and there's some things that's reasonable and there's some things where it sucks, and it's unfortunate that it's flooded the market to the point where there's just no way to get a choice in a lot of cases that really matter.
That's where Amazon gets a lot of their money.
Yep.
That Jeff Bezos, part of the reason he's so rich is because some of the products they make are just Chinese knockoffs.
Well, and 9 times out of 10, I wouldn't be surprised if the official product of the knockoff are made in the same factory by the same people with the same stuff. But it's like, there's certain brands of clothes that are like actually, manufactured in the U.S. or somewhere where it's, real manufacturing. And it's like, you spend like $30 for a T-shirt, but the T-shirt lasts way more than like 6 of the $5 T-shirts, like that you get from fucking Chinese manufacturing. And or like when you're talking about like parts for cars and stuff, like if you can get them made like not in China, they're gonna last a lot longer if they're like made in Canada or made in the U.S. or something like that. They're not gonna break anywhere near as soon.
For sure.
Pocket knives, I would also look for manufactured anywhere other than China.
I mean, again, if Donald Trump gets in for another 4 years, there'd probably be a crackdown on all this.
I hope so. I just want to know where what I'm buying is coming from ahead of time. I think they need to make it so that online people have to disclose the manufacturer in the product ad.
Well, like, okay, sometimes they even corner certain markets that I feel like I really want this, but I know I have no choice but to get from China. One example being, like, if I wanted a drone, I've wanted a fucking drone for a long time. I want to use
yeah. If you want to get one that's even remotely affordable, you're definitely getting one from China.
Well, because I didn't realize it until not too long ago that all the drones that we see were all manufactured in China. They were like designed by Americans, but they were all manufactured in China.
Oh yeah.
The only one there was only one company I was able to find that actually makes them in America. It's like you can get a drone for about like a good decent quality one for at least $500 to $1,000 give or take on what it is you're looking for. Um, but made in American one, it's like $5,000.
Yeah,
Like
no, I get
Jesus
it.
fucking Christ. Like maybe if the parts were cheaper and I don't know. Like at that price, I'd probably make it myself.
Oh,
Like
also,
I watched.
Sir Addy is here. Sir Adamantine.
Oh,
So,
cool.
yeah, no, it shifts back and forth. It's not always better to have American made, but I want the option. I want to know when I'm looking at a product in some sort of online store. I want to know where it's made, so I can make a decision. Because there's a lot of cases where you want it from China, and there's a lot of cases where you don't.
Well, I think in the case of like making drones, what they do is you just take parts from other machines that they've already made. Like I
Yeah.
wouldn't be surprised if the rotor that they use to power the fans were also used in computers, and that's something they probably already
Yeah.
have on stock, or some other thing. So they're just cannibalizing other things and putting them together to do something, which is I'm not against. That's fine. But I mean, essentially, we've outsourced all of our factories for parts and stuff. We've outsourced that all off to China. If we kept it all here and we were doing it ourselves, we probably could make it cheaper. So
Yeah.
that part of the reason made in America is so expensive is because we don't manufacture stuff here.
Yeah, I just hate the quality spike. Junathan says he thinks a lot of manufacturing might move to India. I'd still rather it be here, but yeah, that would be better than China.
Well, India fucking loves America. Like you saw when Donald Trump went there. Holy
Yeah.
shit, whole stadium just to hear the man speak.
Yeah.
How come he didn't dress up like your guy?
Because he's an adult.
uh,
Uh, hey Satan.
Good morning.
Oh well, Satan came in.
I mean, Samaj is here. Of course I'm gonna come.
God damn it! I'm sorry. I did not mean to set up such a terrible joke.
was that punny?
Yeah, you should shoot yourself.
All I hear is "I love you, pumpkin."
To probably rush the process, you should shoot yourself while you're in a ditch.
All I hear is "I love you, I love you, pumpkin, so much."
Jesus.
Well, maybe you should put on the speaker so you can actually hear what I'm saying. They ain't doing that for a green card, I tell you.
I
that
hear
much.
you.
Oh, Adamantine says the husband has arrived.
Yeah. What else is new?
Fucking an ulcer? I don't know. Fucking. Oh,
I don't know. Politics is dumb, and there's some politicians doing some dumb things. Did you hear about that other politician that did that really dumb thing, and then the other politicians called him an idiot, and now like everyone's fighting back and forth because the other politician did the other dumb thing?
Yeah. Gotta watch out for those politicians, man. If you're not looking, they'll just bite you. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Jonathan pointed out a lot of manufacturing for various car companies is back in the U.S. now.
Fuck yeah.
Yay.
It's kind of sad that some of the only manufacturing of cars that has been like strictly in the U.S. for like the last like decade has been fucking Toyota.
Yeah. Well, I think Honda has a lot of stuff made in Mexico, like Ford and Honda, because they're basically almost the same thing at this point. I know that there was a lot of Honda and Ford parts that were interchangeable betwixt a lot of the different stuff.
Did you just say betwixt?
I was gonna let it go just because I was impressed.
What?
Like, I was genuinely impressed. Not only that he knew what that word meant, but that he could seamlessly use it in a sentence without having to look it up like in some fucking word of the day calendar.
Hey, some words I know. I know lots of words.
Are you fucking British royalty all of a sudden?
We might be. No. Isn't that the British royalty used the fucking the royal we thing?
Probably.
Oh man.
Betwixt.
Oh, see, if we're not going to cover politicians, we can cover thoughts. There's always thoughts to mock.
At least it's something fucking new. Fine, let's. It's not politics 24/7. Sure, let's talk about dumb whores.
Pokemon is fucking dumb. So is Amarantine or Thine. I only know like 2 Twitch thoughts.
Yeah, he only knows Pokimane and Brittany Venti.
Oh yeah, that's right. Brittany Venti's kind of dumb too. So 3, isn't there like an Amaranth or an Amarantine or something like that shit?
Adamantine?
Yeah.
No, Adamantine's in the chat, but Amaranth. Okay, yeah. There was the one that the fucking the guy made the dumb rap about.
Gonna have to be way more specific.
Big Simpin. Oh fucking!
I think that was Yeah, that was
Wait, you're talking about fucking Worski, and
he made a song about somebody's boyfriend.
Belle Delphine.
Oh, it was Belle Delphine? I thought it was somebody's boyfriend.
iDubbbz' his girlfriend, dude.
Yeah, iDubbbz' girlfriend is on
Yeah, then I don't
OnlyFans.
fucking remember. I don't know things apparently.
Yeah.
No, not
that happened like right after she had she was opening an OnlyFans account.
Pelosi's not a thought. It's not okay, Nostradamus. Pelosi's not an ancient thought. That's... No, I don't want to fucking know. Oh, no. Oh, Juno said I don't pay pig. Yeah, dude, no, don't.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't understand the people that pay for porn. These people are fucking retarded. There's a lot of free porn from a lot of hotter chicks on the fucking internet. Like Pokimane. Like, I don't understand why people give her money, like, at all. But whatever.
Because she's moderately attractive.
I saw a clip of her fucking chewing into the microphone like that was some sort of sexy ASMR thing. I'm like, nobody wants to hear you chew your fucking cud. Jesus.
Yeah, she started a separate channel because she'll hop on anything popular. So,
was it
she started a
Pokimane?
separent channel.
Pokimane, yeah.
Hold on, was it Pokimane or whatever, who started doing the VTubing thing and then stopped because she was just getting like berated? Like
yes, she did briefly get into VTube, yeah. I gotta figure out what that is.
Actually, It's a Gundam did a video about that, dude. Because now they're putting a bunch of... Because a while back, It's a Gundam criticized the fans, basically. He didn't even criticize Pokimane directly, just talking about how cringe his fans were. So they're kind of linked since that happened. So people were doing a bunch of fucking art and fucking... memes, whatever. Getting married.
I saw the art with the whole kissy face romance thing. Like, Jesus. Oh.
None of y'all finished either of those sentences because you knew what you were talking about, and I have no idea what the fuck you were talking about.
Finish the sentences,
yeah, I remember, and she did that thing, and oh yeah, and then this other guy, he did that thing. Remember, with the pictures and the kissy face and what the fuck are you talking about?
You're not talking about me, right? Because I didn't leave any unfinished thoughts. I tend to do that a lot.
So there's some okay.
I know you finish off your thoughts, Stabby, in the basement with the rope.
I killed them way before they get out of my head.
Well, let's talk about something he knows about. Something like
no, finish what you were saying. Explain to Satan what you guys were talking about. God damn it.
No, it's frustrating. Why would you fucking do it? Look how fucking flustered he is, dude. It's hilarious. Can't finish a thought. I get that kind of reaction. It's fucking beautiful. Plus, I already forgot what I was talking about.
I hate you all so fucking much.
Oh, man.
And you wonder why I have a body count.
Oh, you might enjoy this. We're harvesting our weed plants now, Satan. Sitting there trimming up all the buds. We got like 3 plants that we were growing in the backyard.
Nice.
Should be good. Looks to be somewhere between like potentially 3 and 4 pounds of total yield.
Nice. Actually, that's
what the guy that gave us the plants said, so we'll see.
Oh, okay, then you got lied to.
What do you think? Because I have no idea. I don't know what to fucking anticipate.
It's always going to be a bit more than what you think it is, but like, cause fucking weed plants, like whenever you're growing weed plants, like they always tend to fucking, like right before you're about to harvest, they always tend to like fucking bud up real big. But if it doesn't look like it's going to be at least like a few pounds, there's no way you're getting fucking 4 to 5.
So
like, what does it look like right now?
Well, we've harvested 2 plants and trimmed them out, and we're going to trim the 3rd plant tomorrow. Like coolers, the sort of like the standard sized coolers that people get for like the family picnic, with the little fucking drain on the bottom.
Okay.
We're water curing them in those.
Okay.
And so they're pretty, like, I'd say probably about maybe an inch or 2 of buds along the bottom of those. Like it definitely fills the whole cooler. Like there's maybe 2, maybe 3 inches, I think, somewhere in between that.
Yeah, that's probably at least 3 pounds there.
Yeah, if we get like a pound or 2, I'm happy as fuck. So like, don't get me wrong. I'm just like, this is all fucking free to us. We just had to buy like some fucking plant food and water it on a schedule, and then like trim out some leaves here and there, because they were like half grown when we got them. And they're indica dominant hybrids. I don't know if that makes a difference in the harvest amount.
No.
Well, do sativa or indica, like, is there a difference between the harvest?
No.
Okay. Like I said, I've never grown pot plants. I don't fucking know. Oh, Juno's dead. Hats off to you for having the patience to grow. Nah, dude, these plants were like, we've had them for maybe 2 or 3 months now. Oh, no, like 2 months. So really, the vast majority of the growing was the guy that gave them to us. Also, there's another Californian in Texas for you, Satan. In Austin.
Hooray.
Because I know that would make you cheer you up, sir.
Why do y'all fucking hate me?
But trimming weed is definitely not easy.
Other than for all the reasons that you should hate me.
Oh, man. I'll tell you one thing, though. The fucking smell off of those plants. Good fucking God. They are so goddamn strong smelling.
As they should be.
Yeah. But it should be fun. I was surprised to find out you had to grow, to cure weed. I didn't realize that, you didn't just pick it like the buds that you get in the store right off the plant.
Well, I mean, sometimes. It depends on the weed you're growing, is whether or not you have to do that. Some of the higher end, like the better fucking strains of weed, you kind of have to, or you're gonna get shittier weed.
Yeah.
Like the really like the better strains of weed, you have to cure it because that's the way you get that better strain of weed is by curing it.
Yeah,
But,
and I think you have to air cure for most people's tastes. Because the whole terpene thing that everybody's into.
That's not something I ever got super into. I did grow a lot of plants, but it was always, I grew a few plants indoors doing the hydroponics and shit. Never like on scale. But I oversaw a whole shitload of outdoor crops.
Oh, I'm sure. You know, I mean, it's easy to grow fucking anywhere, and I know you can train it along the ground like a fucking vine. You can do all sorts of crazy shit to keep it from being as obvious, but, you know, that and just there's so much fucking land where there's just not enough people to patrol and nobody cares. And hikers eventually learn after the first couple disappear not to go into that area. Yay.
I'll see how long we can keep that going.
I was kind of wondering. I'm like, man, this is a really long time. I almost didn't want to break it. Yeah.
I was thinking to myself, oh shit, did I get disconnected? I'm just gonna stay quiet here.
Oh man. Yep. I can't wait to be smoking some of that free weed. It's gonna be nice. I got my hair straightener ready to go and some clamps so I can make my own little fucking concentrates or dabs or whatever. Oh, Satan ran away?
I mean, something like that.
He'll either be back or he won't. I'm sure he's, the cops just raided his house. Oh, he actually went offline. Oh, shit. Hopefully he's not, like, really getting raided by the cops. That would be kind of sad.
He did admit to a lot of stuff right there, so...
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know if it's legal in his state, so...
No, he's in Texas. No, it's definitely not legal in Texas to fucking grow weed. Texas is very anti-weed still, as far as I'm aware. I mean, I'm sure you can get away with smoking in, like, fucking, like, Austin and shit like that, but... I would definitely not go to any of the rural towns, even, like, right next to Austin, and be smoking weed. Anywhere the cops might fucking catch you.
Alright.
Like, my fucking, my dad almost got himself in some serious fucking trouble just having a pipe when he went to fucking cross into Texas. And he didn't have any actual weed on him, thank God, or they probably would have arrested him. But as it was, they definitely gave him a lot of shit and threw away his fucking pipe.
Oh.
Trump would win instantly if you legalized weed nationwide. You know, Nostradamus, you're probably not wrong. There'd be so many stoners who were just like, fuck all of you. I just want to have my fucking weed. Sadly, though, Trump isn't the one that can do it. It would have to go through Congress to get legalized legitimately. I don't think he can make a presidential or an executive order, I mean, to do it. Didn't he basically say, you know, fuck it, like, let the states figure it out? Like, he signed some stuff to, like, keep the police from, the feds from, like, going in and raiding places anymore?
I don't know. I don't know anything about that. Because
I thought he did, or maybe it was Obama in his like the tail end of his second term. But I could swear one of the presidents was like, all right, you know what? Let's just not let the feds fucking go in there anymore because it's just a waste of everybody's time and they're just robbing places.
Maybe. I'm just gonna shrug because I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't know what it would be.
Yeah, I could be right. I could be wrong too. Who knows?
Entirely possible.
So did you take upon yourself Deitwa a mission to go strangle that fucking rooster? You were like, I gotta go for a minute. I'll be right back. Get rid of that fucking rooster.
I think he realized what time it was and that it was early, so he appears to have stopped.
Looks around. He's like, it's still dark out. Maybe I should go back to bed now.
It turns out I can't tell when it's exactly midnight, just by how dark it is.
Oh, man.
You think you dumb little shit?
Satan disappeared, so we're mourning his absence. He died. We assume arrested.
About time.
Executed.
The cops were like, you did what? How many pot plants did you grow? Get him, boys. Yeah, it's interesting. I've talked to cops on like VR chat and stuff, like people who are police in like all sorts of different states. I don't think most of them just don't give a fuck about weed at all. It's just really like it's their job in some cases, but most of them are just like, I don't fucking care.
Yeah, they'll probably just only do it if the dude they pulled over is like pissing them off.
Or if there's, it's so obvious that there's no way, because now almost all of them have like fucking cameras on them, So if you pull up and there's a guy with a fucking joint smoking in his mouth and like a big fucking jar of weed in the center console, it's like, well, I kind of have to bust you because my boss is going to look at my footage, and that's not easy to miss. Like, oh man.
So I just had a thought. You know how, because I've been trying to think about the whole, like, drug humor and all the other kind of stuff, and also black humor, again. Not, like, fuck, my head's not here today. I think it's too late for me.
You mean black humor is in dark humor as opposed to black humor as in, like, racist?
I'm thinking more like, like cops in media just, like, automatically arresting black people and all that. It's kind of been, I think that helps perpetuate I'm not using the words correctly. I think that helps, enforce the idea of like racism and stuff like that. And I was trying to think to myself, what kind of media do I watch that actually, depicts cops that way? And then the only one that I can think of that's done it the most would have to be Family Guy.
Yeah.
I think back in Family Guy does it like more than any other show I've ever seen.
Yes, Nacho, we should call it Negro humor. You're right.
Negro humor, okay, yeah, all right.
That's much more acceptable.
Humor of color.
God, dude, this channel would get shut down in a fucking one fucking show if it ever got popular in any way. just shut down so fucking fast. Oh, I love it.
Stupid
niggers. And be able to get away with the shit we say.
No.
That being super popular. Fucking watch our tongues.
Stupid uppity niggers.
Oh man, you ever not pay attention when you're buying something online and not realize how big an item was?
Yes.
Yeah, I have a lot of pretzels now. Because they were full family-sized bags of pretzels and not single servings. So now I have 10 bags of pretzels.
10 of the big bags of pretzels. Man.
Giant fucking bags of pretzels. Oh god, you know, like the family size bag of chips. The 10 of fucking those.
That's awesome. Well, they don't really go bad, right?
Yeah, they make the
pretzels
once they get stale, they're not quite as nice of a crunch, but they're still good.
Yeah.
They burn good too.
I've never burned a pretzel before, but okay.
What do you using them for kindling in a campfire or something?
One time me and some friends, when I must have been like fucking 19 years old, and we were all roughly around that age, except for one guy who was like 25 and had a Costco card. So we went camping and we're like, let's go to Costco first and get some snacks from Costco. So like $300 later, we've got an absurd amount of food and probably like 5 pounds of pretzels in like a giant garbage sack looking bag. And it became a thing where we were just like throwing pretzels at each other, using them to start the fire. Just like whatever we could do with these fucking pretzels. There was a lot of pretzels in that fucking campsite after we left. I'm sure they were not thrilled.
Sounds fun.
Oh yeah, the raccoons were probably thrilled, but the people that run the campground were definitely not happy with us, I'm sure. Because one of my friends also wouldn't use the bathroom that was like right across the way from us. You have to walk the other way and go pee in the woods. I'm not really sure why. He just refused to use the bathroom.
At a campsite?
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, I mean, a lot of those
things are nasty.
Oh, they weren't the hole-in-the-ground ones. This was a really nice campsite. They were like actual flushing toilets.
Shit are so gross.
Yeah, but you're out in the woods, and there's all those bugs that get inside there. Like, you almost have to double-check the toilet seat. Check underneath to make sure there isn't like something creepy crawly under there. Last thing you want to do is go wipe your ass and find something like a caterpillar or whatever trying to climb up into your butthole.
Never had that issue at a campground bathroom, but I I used to camp all the time before my back was fucked up. So
porta potty or are you talking about porta potties, Stabby, or are you talking about the ones where they actually dig?
No, this is like a really nice campground where it's like a big bathroom with like nice sinks and mirrors and like flushing toilets, and then on the other side there's like showers you can use.
Been to a few campsites.
This was like a really upscale campground. It was like a good $30-$40 a night.
Yeah, I've been to a couple of those. So like I know the ones that you're talking about. They usually have showers and they're kind of nice, but bugs still get in them.
I'm just saying that we never saw any bugs, but you know.
All right.
Maybe the difference is Canada and the U.S. and there's not a lot of bugs in California like that.
Yeah, the restrooms I was thinking of is usually it's a little fucking hut type building with just a fucking toilet.
Yeah, and it's got like the two pits on each side.
Yeah, gigantic hole in the ground to fucking
the pit toilets, where it's like a porta potty but permanently there. Yeah, I've been to campgrounds where that's the toilet too, and were that the case, I wouldn't have been as weirded out by my friend just being like, I can't use the bathroom, I need to go out and pee in the woods. I want to commune with nature while I piss. Are you back, Satan? Are you
Oh, there we go.
Done dealing with the police? We assumed you got arrested or something, so.
Goddamn glow-in-the-dark CIA niggers.
They came in to get you. Oh, man. But yeah, that was a fun camping trip just because we had like an absurd amount of like shit from Costco and like I don't think we even opened half of the shit we bought.
How long was the trip? The camping?
It was like a 5-day trip. We went camping for like about a week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, okay. So you bought like a month's worth of food?
we probably bought like a month's worth of food, yeah. Because it was Costco. And we were all like 18, 19 years old, so.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't think any of us were old enough to drink at that point yet.
Well, that doesn't mean you weren't drinking.
Well, I was super straight edge at that age, so I didn't do anything.
I I wish I would
Yeah,
have
only
known you then.
acid, only LSD for him. Back then.
Well, not until I was like 21. I took the LSD like close to like 20, it was either 20 or 21. Yeah.
I wish I would have known you then. I would have corrupted you so much.
Oh, I was a fucking prick, dude. You probably would have fucking hated me.
I mean, I don't know. Like, maybe I would have grown up different if I grew up in the 1800s.
So you gotta understand, I was fucking super fucking straight edge, super fucking liberal, left wing, crazy fucking communist. Like it was not at all
Why
like I
can't
am
we
now.
all just share?
I was that fucking dude.
Why can't we all just share?
Yep. So there was definitely, I don't think we would have gotten along. You probably would have been like, I just got to stab this guy for the betterment of humanity.
Yeah, I probably would have beat you up.
He's literally asking for it.
Actually, I don't know if you would have beat me up at that age, because how old were you when I was 18? I'm 40.
I would have been 2.
I think I could have took you. I think I just might have been able to take you out at 2 years old when I was fucking like 19 or 20. Oh, man.
I believe in your ability to beat up a 2-year-old. I think that's about the peak of your physical prowess, but I think you can do it.
Yeah, once they hit 3, I gotta be a little more wary. Gotta watch myself. Oh man. Oh fucking yeah. Well, no, camping anywhere should have no electricity. And that's supposed to have none.
It depends on the campgrounds. If it's like an RV one, you can just sort of there. Yeah. You usually have plug-ins and septic.
Yeah. Oh yeah. One of us on the camping trip I was talking about, like he and his wife had like a laptop, and they had it all rigged up so they could run it in the fucking car that they had and everything. So that was kind of like we all thought they were just ridiculous. Because I mean, this was like 1998, 1999, so not like fucking.
I mean, like taking a laptop is a bit much, but I mean, having some electricity to run. I mean, basically, it's not going to be like a.
Well, like a flashlight or a radio is fine. I just,
Oh, well, I was more talking about like fucking blender radio. Like flashlight should be
blenders,
battery
okay.
operator. What's the fucking point of having the flashlight?
Oh man, no, I get the blender though. You gotta have those nice fucking the Mexican drinks with the fruit and the tequila and the ice.
The fruit?
Is it fruit? Margaritas.
I mean,
margarita, yeah.
There's orange flavored shit in there, but you don't put oranges in a margarita, and it just
I was never big into like blended drinks when I did drink. I was more of a like, I'm just gonna drink right out of the fucking schnapps bottle kind of fucking dude. Or if I had good beer. Oh, sometimes some of the beers were really nice. Ooh, like that Sam Adams Summer Brew.
The campsites I go to will like not have electricity, but they have Wi-Fi.
Good luck with that.
Fucking campground Wi-Fi. That's nutty.
That is fucking happening. That is the reality.
Oh,
if you want like good quality like Wi-Fi campground internet, you have to wait till like 2 a.m. when everyone's asleep, because otherwise everyone's going to be on that thing and it's useless.
So you we'll just forgo like the campfire altogether and just play like a fucking Yule log on a fucking YouTube video on a laptop and roast our marshmallows on that. It'll be great.
We had we had one of those like hookup campers like a few years ago when we go out and do a road trip. It was pretty good. Get some electricity. We had a little TV, hooked up a PlayStation 3. Because Lord knows I'm not taking the PS4. I don't want that shaking around in that goddamn camper. I paid good money for that son of a bitch. So I'll take a PS3 and that's fine. I'll play some Batman Arkham City or Dragon's Crown or whatever.
What are the good camping video games?
One of the good camping video games. Damn right.
Oh my gosh.
That game still holds up.
Man, is Satan still here?
I'm not even sure anymore.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you got
here.
you got fucking the boot again. Oh no.
This is all just some nightmare you're having, dude.
Well, you didn't put the thieves' gloves on the new, did you? Oh.
All I hear is I love you.
He's at the muttering hate stage. We might want to stop. That's always a bad sign when people get to that, like, oh, fuck you, motherfucker. Like, oh no. Ooh, are you a big camper, Satan? Do you camp a lot?
I used to.
Definitely half white.
Remember, I used to be a fucking scout.
Oh, fucking shit. I forgot about that.
Nice.
I am still the only person, at least in Texas. I may not be the only person ever, but the only person in Texas who got their Eagle Scout sent to, like, their verification, everything, like the finalization on that, sent to prison. I literally filled out the rest of that paperwork while I was in prison.
That's gonna make you look real tough in front of the other inmates. You're like, I'm an Eagle Scout. They're like, well, that's some free booty. Oh man, that's like booty on parade, man.
Yeah, that's definitely half black.
Oh, that's gotta be fucking the worst, because a lot of the fucking gangs in prison are fucking race gangs, right?
I mean, yes and no. They're like, let's be honest. They're race-based gangs, but they're way more interested in protecting their own ass than they are about actual fucking racial purity.
Yeah, no, I'm sure, because like 90% of the people are just in it because that's how it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like they all get grandfathered in. It's like if I were to go to prison tomorrow, I would join the white pride people because that's who you join if you're a white guy.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, that's the way it was in that American History X documentary. Branch up the other.
Oh, wait, are you not? What about the Blood In, Blood Out documentary?
Oh fuck, dude, that's just fucking vicious.
Oh man, there's so many dumb prison movies. I think Tango and Cash is probably the most accurate though, where they have like underground prison fight clubs.
Prison
and...
part? Never mind. Hey, Satan, did you see the Denver shooting? All that fucking craziness?
I've seen little bits and pieces. I haven't really gotten into it because it looked like another case of like the Kyle Rittenhouse, but on the opposite side, and I didn't want to have to defend the guy, so I walked away.
Oh well, good news. There's no defense for the guy that shot the dude. So sadly.
Not from what I saw, dude.
The chain of events was the guy had the bear mace in his hand because, you know, they're all fucking carrying their bear mace out because they're fucking dumb. And the dude tried to slap the bear mace out of his hand, got slapped, and then he just shot the guy.
Oh.
So yeah, no justified shooting there.
Yeah, that's a bit different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the opposite of the Rittenhouse thing.
Yeah. Oh, as Nostradamus puts it very clearly, the guy had already shot before the mace was even sprayed.
Yeah, it's pretty close, but yeah.
Well, and if somebody tries to take your bear mace, of course you're going to spray them. That's a dangerous action. That's a direct threat. So you don't get to like try to take somebody's weapon and then shoot them before they even get to use the weapon. Like it's just, you're clearly the aggressor there. You're not defending anything. You started the whole thing. But who fucking knows? Because it's in Denver, Colorado, and they're super liberal. So, because the fucking couple that defended their house, the ones with the pistol and the rifle, or the AR-15 or whatever, the dreaded weapon. Like now they're going after them for like petty bullshit about how their guns were set up. Like did they tamper with evidence or change the guns around or something like that?
Wow.
So yeah,
that's dumb.
I will say that old lady had a lot better trigger discipline than Boogie.
Did Boogie have something with guns?
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah, dude.
And
Yeah,
I actually finally saw the video of that, not just the fucking footage. It's
all right.
Nobody looks good there. Everyone looks like a fucking mongoloid.
Yeah. Like I've watched some of the Frank Hassel shit, and him fucking with people in public is some of it's really fucking funny. But for him to go to Arkansas just to track Boogie down to fuck with him is pretty fucking retarded.
There's nothing about that was a good idea. It's like even if there was no gun involved, it's still a stupid idea.
Mm-hmm.
Why the fuck would you do that?
What happened here? Because I genuinely have no idea, and this sounds juicy.
Somebody tracked Boogie down to his house to go fuck with him, and then Boogie came out of his house with a gun, and Boogie's like, dude, can you just go? Like, oh, you have a gun? He's sitting there laughing his ass off as the guy has a gun pointed at his fucking chest. And
he shot a warning shot in the air at his house in a school zone?
Yeah, a residential neighborhood school zone.
Jesus fucking Christ, what
like
an
we
idiot.
Said, there's no good guy in this situation.
Yeah, Boogie went way too far when he should have just called the cops, and this guy should not have been there.
Boogie would have been fine if he had at least fired a warning shot at the fucking ground, but no, he fired it in the fucking air like a dumbass.
What the fuck is wrong with people shooting guns in the air? I do not understand that. Like, there's gravity.
Yeah.
That bullet's coming down somewhere, and if you have no idea where, you should not be shooting it.
Yeah, but what if it's like New Year's or the 4th of July, and what else can you do besides fire your gun in the air?
Well, first you got to paint a little American flag on the tip of each one, so that people know you shot it on the 4th of July.
Yeah, just being patriotic.
Oh man! Oh, it wasn't even Boogie's gun. He just took his roommate's gun out there. Who's Boogie's roommate? Why does Boogie have a roommate? You would think that dude lived on isn't he married and shit?
No, they got divorced, dude.
Oh, they got divorced. Is he still lose? Is he still losing weight, or is he?
I mean, but it's taken a while.
Well, I mean, he's pretty big. It does take a while to lose that much weight.
Well, and not to mention, I mean, the skin is just going to be sagging off him. Ugh, I hope he has enough money.
It is. You can tell it is now.
Well, yeah, I mean, if
he
you
has
look
side boobs.
Oh, dude, he's got like the fucking like a potato sack coming off his gut. You check him out on Twitter. He's posting pictures, which you shouldn't fucking do. Good for you for losing weight, but my God, don't make me regret looking.
I'm looking up images now.
Oh man, you're not gonna. It's not a good time, man. It's not a good time. There is one other thing.
There's a lot of before and after pictures where it's clearly the same picture. I'm sorry, that's just funny. It's mean as fuck, but it's funny.
Did you guys hear about Yelp? The shit going on with them right now?
How they're gonna fucking flag people as being racist?
Oh, yeah. Well, part of the thing that you can do in your reviews is on Yelp is you can label whether or not they were racist or not. And that is going to be so abused.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Yelp already had a lot of problems where, like, you could just file terrible fucking things about restaurants and they would never take it down unless the restaurant paid.
Yeah. Yeah, which is bad.
I mean, they were clearly holding people hostage for a lot of that bullshit.
Well, I mean, and a lot of the reviews were false. It was just people like maybe an ex-partner or ex-lover or whatever, just spouting nonsense. And then there were people who just, love to hate. Just love to hate. Write bad reviews and all that.
Yes.
We've known this for a long time.
Yes.
And now they're doing race. It's like, first, bad reviews is one thing, but racist? Labeling them as racist? Boy, that's like I saw a video earlier saying like that's a potential for a lawsuit. I mean, a bad review over quality of food and service, that's one thing. Racism? That's a lawsuit. It's gonna be bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm glad I've never used Yelp.
I think I've used Yelp once or twice because it was the only place to find, like, an address for a business or, like, their hours of operation or something. Like, that's as far as I've ever gone. Like, I've never, like, there was nowhere else that had a website because it's just too small of a business.
Yeah.
What did I miss?
Stabby said some shit and we ignored it.
Probably.
So business as usual, then.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
Gotcha.
And everybody explained that weird thing with Boogie and the guy to me.
Oh. But yeah, they had been going. I don't know if anyone mentioned it, but they had been going back and forth on online talking shit.
Oh
leading
yeah,
up to
dude,
that.
I guess apparently Boogie like threatened to murder Frank and I'm just fucking like God only fucking knows.
Oh yeah, all I know is I don't think I've ever seen anybody less intimidating while pointing a gun at somebody.
I mean, the gun is really the intimidating part of that situation, though.
Right.
Because I'm not really worried about, like, Boogie chasing someone down, but if he's holding a gun, the gun itself isn't plenty intimidating. I'm not fucking with the guy or making fun of him or laughing at him after he's pulled the gun out. That's probably not a good plan. Of course, then again, I don't know much about Boogie. I've only seen the few times he gets into it with people.
Yeah, he does seem to instigate a lot. And then cry that people are fucking talking shit back.
I still remember, stop calling me fat! I'm not fat!
Did he really do that? That's fucking funny.
Fucking years ago, yeah, but he lost his fucking shit. Stop calling me fat! I'm not fat!
Although I was
I'm
always
sorry,
really
I called
impressed
you.
that he got married.
Mm.
Somebody rode that fucking wave in. Do you think Kevin Smith was hitting up his ex later? Oh wait, never mind. Kevin Smith lost a bunch of weight. He's actually kind of decent, like, weight now.
He had a heart attack and then he changed his life around, which is great. But he's such a fucking loser right now. He's very much in this whole like pro Black Lives Matter feminism and all that kinds of stuff.
Or having his daughter be the romantic lead in a fucking movie.
It's just
the hero.
That's weird.
Like I think the goal was like here's something you put on your resume and then maybe that can help you get other jobs later on in acting. Okay, great, fine, that's all right. I'm glad she didn't start a career now because Hollywood is fucking burning.
Whew. Yeah.
Who saw that one coming?
I'm just waiting for like the Disney version of Cuties. Like, I don't want it to happen, but I just have this feeling that it's inevitable. And it won't be like a dance thing or something, but it'll be like their fucking weird pedophilic movie that's going to come out sooner or later, like probably within the next 5 years. At the rate we're fucking going.
I don't think they can afford to do that.
Oh no, they'll claim it's something else, but it'll be clearly pedophile, like fucking Prevender.
You know, one of the Disney movies I was looking forward to, I actually forgot it existed because they delayed it so many times. Is that movie what's it called? Life or whatever. So it's when there's some black guy who dies and he's trying to
Soul.
go back. Thank you, Soul. Thank you. That one did look good, but that was one of those last Pixar movies that John Lasseter worked on. So that's probably why it looks so good. And now it's going to be on. I think it's going to be on Disney Plus on Christmas Day or something.
So I'll just wait for it to show up on some other sites and watch that.
Yeah, pretty much.
That works for me. Oh man.
Yeah.
So how long before the moon is shaped like Mickey Mouse fucking head?
Never.
Next year.
Next year.
I mean, that would have been a possibility if it wasn't for the virus and the lockdown, in which case it's never going to happen. Or at least not for next, I don't know, 2 to 3 decades. Dude, they've lost so much fucking money, and they continue to lose money because the parks are, or they're still partially shut down.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, their fucking parks have got to be that. That's got to be a huge loss.
Yeah, and they had to fire furlough, let's say, another half of their staff. So now there's even fewer people working there. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. And of course,
COVID. Can you shut Disney all the fucking way down, COVID?
Well, and then there was like another theater chain that's shutting down. So that's less theaters you can play movies at.
I want to see more fucking Hollywood get shut down. More fucking studios is going out of business and new studios coming in.
Yeah,
can only be beneficial.
Theaters are definitely getting shut down. Jesus Christ.
Well, theaters were getting fucking ridiculous too, so fuck them all.
Yeah. Well, and they're going to start shutting down other things. Like, I know it's just a matter of time before they say Marvel Comics is shut down. And I'm like, well, it was going to happen sooner or later.
Yeah, comic book movies are definitely one of those things that comes in, like, phases.
Well, I was mostly talking about the comic books, but, like, the movies themselves, they'll probably have to slow those down, too. You probably won't get, 3 movies anymore. They'll probably just get 1 or 2.
Well, and Avengers is going to have to stop sooner or later. They're just, they're not going to be able to get all the people back, or there's just going to be nothing worth telling any more stories about, or people just are going to give up and not care.
Like, one of the ones I'm still surprised they're going ahead with is that Eternals movie. Like that's going to be that's going to be a very expensive movie, and no one's going to like it because it's just all identity politics.
Oh,
The
fucking
whole way.
yeah, that's what I want.
I remember seeing all the designs, all the talking, all the gender and race swapping of everything going on. Like, this is not going to go well. It's not going to go well.
When I go to a theater and I want to take some time away from my fucking humdrum life and shove some fucking junior mints up my nose or whatever. That's what I want. I want to be fucking lectured by the fucking movie I'm watching. That's exactly what I want. Don't give me lots of cool, crazy explosions and great fight scenes and fun, exciting storylines that are thrilling. Fucking tell me what I should think. That's what I want. It's great. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're looking to fucking anybody in Hollywood for your opinions, fucking shoot yourself.
Like, there's probably a great deal of executives and producers that they can fire off, but I don't know.
Who's the lady that's running Star Wars? Can they fucking fire her, please? I mean, it's too late to save Star Wars. I just want them to fire her.
I mean, if they could put that...
I feel like she must have somebody to still have a job.
Oh, she probably does. I mean, she's been involved in the Hollywood industry for a long time. I mean, she's with Steven Spielberg back in the day and George Lucas, and she's been doing shit for a long time.
They probably call her Hoover.
Well, I mean, I can almost like I wouldn't be surprised if she was, when she was younger and better looking, she was probably boning Steven Spielberg and George Lucas and all that behind their wives' back. I wouldn't be surprised. That probably was happening. I mean,
I'll just call her J. Edgar.
J. Edgar.
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, like Hollywood was very I don't know what to call it, fucking slut film.
Well, I mean, Hollywood has always been corrupt, and it's always been about like who's fucking who.
I mean, the casting couch has been around for a long time.
Oh yeah, from the fucking start.
I mean, Marilyn Monroe back in the day was making all kinds of comments about stuff she had to do. Like, she wouldn't outright say that's what she would do. She'd just sort of joke about it. But, I mean...
Oh, Ginger Rogers probably took a shot in the mouth for a couple of her fucking roles. Way back in the fucking day, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's always been part of Hollywood. I mean, think about how can they...
It is funny how after the fact, all those women complained about Weinstein.
Yep, Weinstein.
This is yeah.
They didn't complain before when they got famous because they were blowing him.
Yeah. Then to turn around and fucking Me Too him or whatever.
They're just
he's
bad
definitely
hookers.
a slime ball, dude. But
I mean, I honestly, I don't have a lot of sympathy for either side on that. Like, he's obviously a scumbag, but I don't fucking give a shit about them either. Like, they were willing to blow the guy to fucking further their career, and then they turned around and bitched about it. It's like, you made a fucking choice. You got the benefit. Why are you crying now?
Why are you crying?
I regret it.
Why are you crying?
The fact, so.
Or like, what was the chick that there was a guy on Twitch who got busted for using his position to fucking get laid? And it's like, it's the same thing as Hollywood. Like, these chicks blew him for fucking partnerships and shit. Like, I don't know why they're complaining now. They got what they asked for. Like, you knew the fucking deal when you started. Hassan, I think it is.
Fucking Chenk's nephew?
Yeah, whatever the dude was.
No, this is a guy that worked for Twitch. So, yeah, not Hassan Piker.
Oh, okay.
Oh, but he was basically using his position at Twitch to just get laid. And it was like, all right, it's fucking whatever. Like, he's a scumbag, but they fucking made a choice to blow him in order to get a partnership. Like, now you're crying about it? It's kind of fucking shitty.
Well, I mean, They
that's something that does need to change though. Like seriously, if I make an indecent offer to you and you accept that indecent offer, you are now 50% fucking culpable.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm 50%, you're 50%.
That's
We're in this
exactly my
together.
point.
We made an illegal fucking deal because prostitution is illegal, and guess what, bitch? You're a goddamn prostitute now.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. You can't be half of the fucking criminal act and then bitch about it later.
Like, I get it if it's like your fucking boss and it's like, hey, suck my dick or you're fired. That's a bit fucking different. If it's some random dude at some company that you don't fucking work at, that you want something from, and he's like, hey, suck my dick and I'll get this for you. Okay, I guess I'm a whore now. Like, now you're part of the fucking problem, bitch. Like, you can't complain later because you got something out of that.
And it's not like any of these chicks would have been famous on Twitch for talent. Like, without his help, they never would have gotten partnership. They're just not fucking entertaining. Like, sorry, like, you're not entertaining and there's hotter chicks on Twitch.
Hassan Bakari was the guy's name.
Yeah.
Bokhari.
I'm gonna channel my inner Addy and say, that sounds pretty not white to me.
If he's even still there, he might have gone home. He's like, no, get the fuck out of here. There's no gaming and yelling. Yeah, it's infuriating that everybody like is like, oh, you poor thing, and it's like, no, this bitch gave a blowjob for money. Like, what are you fucking comforting her for?
I'm sorry that you made choices that got you things that you wanted. Now that you got the things that you wanted, you're going to complain that you made the deal that got you the things that you wanted. We're going to get that guy fired and thrown in jail because you sucked his dick and you're sad about it. You're a prostitute!
You use part of that profit to get some fucking Listerine and a bottle of whiskey and fucking just deal with it like everybody else who does shit like that and they fucking regret later does, you know? Everybody fucking compromises their principles.
Like I said, there does need to be some exception made for like legit extorting sex from somebody.
Yeah, no, there's a difference
hey,
between extortion and making a deal, for sure.
Right, but like in this case, it sounds like it's just like, hey, ladies, who wants a Twitch partnership? Like, that's a bit fucking different.
It's like that hooker that fucking ratted on Trump. It's like, bitch, you got paid, and then you got paid a second time to keep quiet, and now your bitch ass is talking anyway. You're the cunt.
Yeah.
Like, Trump's a good dude. You're just a piece of shit. Like, you clearly don't understand how being a hooker works, and you should never have done it, and you shouldn't be allowed to do it now.
She's getting her hooker license revoked.
So I'm saying, take away that hooker license. Honestly,
no
they should make fucking prostitution
no
legal. Like,
I'm taking your pussy pass.
It's fucking obnoxious. Like, I just make it legal so that this kind of shit like stops being so like controversial, and they stop having that like, oh, he gave me all this great stuff because I sucked his dick. So you had a relationship with the person, all right? Come on, really. Dudes don't do shit for really, really nice shit for all these hot chicks because they like them. You know, they're like, oh, I want to be your bestest friend.
I think you're a really swell gal. I don't know, she just seems neat.
She's real neato. Oh, Christ. It's like people that are surprised that women are more likely to cheat than men. It's like women have fucking endless opportunity. Of course they're more likely to cheat than men.
Right. Like the same way that fucking celebrities and rich motherfuckers are more likely to cheat than than fucking poor motherfuckers and non-famous people. And the same way, fucking fucking models are more likely to cheat than fucking Joe Blow that works on your fucking AC unit down the street.
Yep.
Because pretty people like fucking pretty people.
Yep.
Ugly people like fucking pretty people.
Ugly people like this Hassan dude work hard and get their way into a company and have like, you know, gain a modicum of power so that they can use their influence to score fucking booty. Oh, he actually made the chicks fuck him. He didn't just like they blew him and they fucked him. So he was definitely really swinging that fucking influence the right way. I think the Nostradamus legalized prostitution and incels will disappear. Hell yeah. I mean, honestly, I'd say legalized prostitution because it tends to fucking drastically reduce child prostitution and child fucking sex slave trade. Like wherever it is. Plus it drastically reduces the number of STDs that get transferred. As long as it's properly like fucking regulated.
Actually, prostitution also has a like legalizing prostitution everywhere it's done. There has been anywhere between a 10 to 30% drop in petty crimes.
Yeah, I'm not at all surprised.
Almost immediately. Like, which is weird because they shouldn't have anything to do with each other, but they do apparently because it's been like fucking clockwork. Oh, prostitution's legal, petty crime goes down the next day.
You're bored, you got $50 in your pocket, you're not going to go buy a fucking rock. You're going to go get blown by a decent-looking chick at a fucking brothel.
Who buys a rock?
I don't know. I'm assuming, like, people, that instead of going out and getting fucked up on drugs and doing petty, stupid crimes, they're going out and getting laid.
Okay, you mean the rock, like, okay.
Yeah, like some fucking cocaine, you know,
I was
crack.
like, what the fuck is this? What are we?
The other day I was on a walk and I bought magic beans from the Happy Dwarf.
Are we buying shiny rocks like Doc?
No, my bad. I'm just saying, like, there's better things to do than go out and do drugs. You're like, oh, I can get blown or I can go do some drugs. It's like there's a fair number of people, clearly 10 to 20% of the petty criminals are gonna fucking go get blown. Yeah, makes sense. It's healthier, too.
I mean, sometimes.
Well, I mean, properly regulated, you don't have to worry about STDs nearly as much as you would now. Like, I would never get a prostitute right now. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, who knows what you're going to end up with.
And that's, like, usually I'm anti-regulation in most cases, but in this case, there should be a little bit. Just a wee bit.
Yeah, enough to make sure.
Just because of the kind of profession that it is, it's very susceptible to fucking corruption and extortion and fucking
abuse, yeah.
And abuse. So yeah, so like there being some regulation just to protect not only the hookers but to just all of society from.
You need enough
those
regulation
nasty bitches
to prevent bad people from taking over the prostitution houses, because you know it's not going to get run by the prostitutes, not for any length of time. Like maybe for the first couple of months.
I don't know, like,
but you need enough regulation to make sure that nobody's being like legitimately like abused and forced into anything. So
it'll be run by some kind of mob, just like anytime any new industry pops up that in the past has been crime that does it. It's always some kind of impromptu new mafia that springs up and starts running it. Just like the fucking people who run all the weed shops, like the grandmas and grandpas that run all the weed shops in Colorado. They have formed their own little new fucking mafia of little grandmas and grandpas and shit. It's fucking weird, dude.
Do they send like a grandma to come over and like fucking like be really mean to you?
Like,
If
but
you cross the
basically,
line?
it's a bunch of old school fucking like liberals, like old school liberals, not current day liberals, but
Oh, yeah.
who were always very pro union and pro this, that, whatever. So they have de facto made their own
Well, yeah,
union out of
Union is
all the
basically
fucking.
a mafia, so I mean,
Yeah, but like they have de facto made their own little union out of all the different shops that they're connected with, and if they don't like,
it's a
if they
smart
want you to do
move.
something, they will convince you to do something.
It's a smart move because it's a thin line between them and the corporations taking over. So either they control as much of it as they possibly can, or the corporations are going to... And then eventually corporations will take over. But, I mean, they can hold out for a long fucking time. Or at least be the ones that turn into the corporation eventually, because it's not that much of a fucking leap.
All right, I'm heading out. I'll talk to you all later. Bye.
Buenas noches, Canadian.
All right. Smudge. Yeah, I kind of want to see a prostitute claim regret for fucking a guy for money. Like, why?
I mean, to be fair, there's probably a lot of dudes they regret fucking for money. It ain't like fucking Ken doll is out there fucking hitting it up with the hookers all the time. I mean, you've seen fucking truckers. You know, those lot lizards are brave, brave women.
Yeah, that is some scary shit, man.
Of course, then again, if you've seen those lot lizards, those fucking truckers are brave, brave men, too. Satan fucking disappeared again. Dude, that poor bastard has the worst fucking connection tonight. Oh,
yeah, it's usually mine fucked up.
Yeah, actually, you're right. And yours has been perfect all night. What did you do?
I sold my soul to the internet god.
Sold my soul to the internet god. Yeah, that works. Clearly, I mean, you've had a perfect, clear connection the whole night, so no roboting.
Now, I fucking jinxed it.
Oh man, it's funny. They went after the Babylon Bee.
The Babylon Bee, is that like a parody?
Yeah, that's the parody site where everything you can't tell if it's real or not because they're that good, and everything's that fucking nutty.
Nice.
So apparently some people went after them to try to shut them down for a while.
They're making fun of us. Stop them. Yeah. Gotta figure out what else is going on in the world today.
Well, it's almost time to stop, but I kind of wanted to be not an asshole and wait for Satan to come back if he can.
I'll give him like 5 minutes, maybe.
Yeah, and be like, hey, yeah, we're probably gonna go now because it's fucking 12:30. Oh man, I made a killer fucking pork soup tonight. I mean, if that's interesting, I doubt it, but you know.
Pork soup?
Pork
S-O-U-P?
soup? S-O-U-P? I just cubed up some pork loin. Yeah, pork tenderloin, and then fucking white beans, green beans, broccoli, onions, onions, mushrooms, and some garlic for the soup, and then I served it with cornbread. It was pretty fucking delicious.
Yeah, fucking sounds good, dude.
Right? I just was thinking, I'm like, I want a fucking soup, but I don't want chicken soup, and I don't want beef soup, because why would I make beef soup when I can just make a beef stew? You know, but I've had stew and chicken soup all the time, so I was like, nah, we got to make some fucking pork soup.
Yeah, I've never even fucking heard of that, dude. It's interesting.
It was all me and my mom just were like, what the fuck do you throw in a soup with pork? Fucking did use chicken stock because some good chicken stock is. I don't know that they make pork stock. So, the one thing I did want to throw in that I just didn't have on hand was some bacon. I thought it'd be nice to just dice up real small a couple of strips of bacon and just throw that and the bacon drippings in there for the extra porky flavor.
Mm-hmm. Sounds pretty good.
And then
we actually made. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just saying, and don't use frozen mushrooms. If you freeze mushrooms, they're not as good as you would think. They come out really fucking rubbery.
Yeah. Also, don't use fresh mushrooms either because they're fucking disgusting.
Oh, you don't like mushrooms?
I can't. I do not like them, dude.
Ah.
The taste isn't horrible to me, but I'm really big on texture in the food that I'm eating.
Oh, then you would doubly hate fucking frozen mushrooms that got cooked up. Trust me.
Yeah, no, I'm sure I would, dude. But yeah, actually, we made like a cheese sauce a couple days ago. Actually, I think it was yesterday. But yeah, basically just a block of Velveeta and like a pound of ground beef.
Ooh.
Cook up the ground beef, and then kind of
Sounds
mix it
good.
all together. Yeah. Oh, and I think we only put like green chilies in it, if I recall correctly. But yeah, that's why I got the kettle chips, because I was just basically treating it almost like nachos and just pouring a bunch on top of kettle chips. Turned out
this
really
fat ass is
good.
using kettle chips for nachos.
You never had Irish nachos?
No.
Yeah, Irish nachos are great. You got to eat them quick though, because they tend to get soggy if you don't.
Like with other kinds of nachos as well?
Well, like corn chips last longer than potato chips when you put nacho cheese on them.
Although the kettle chips are a lot thicker, so it's not. It doesn't really. Yeah, it gets a little soggy, but yeah, not as bad as regular potato chips.
But it's pretty good, man. You just use potato chips instead of corn chips and just fucking nachos. It's really tasty. Seems like it would be weird, but
would you do anything different with it, or is it just the same kind of fucking ingredients as you would making like
I would do the same ingredients.
Nachos? That sounds bad.
It's really good.
Like if it was some like I don't know, like different ingredients maybe, and kettle chips maybe. But
you know what? I would not put on any
kettle
guacamole.
Chips?
I would probably leave olives and guacamole out of it.
Okay, if you put olives in your nachos, fucking kill yourself.
I just sprinkle a little bit of nachos and some diced tomatoes on my nachos. What's wrong with that?
Olives. No goddamn olives.
And I put olives in my burritos.
Fucking kill yourself. If you like olives or white chocolate, you're not a person.
Oh, I love white chocolate. I ain't even gonna lie, dude. I fucking love white chocolate.
White chocolate tastes like Parmesan cheese smells.
No.
I can't argue with that, but I still love white chocolate. Oh, man. At least I don't put white chocolate on my nachos.
I'm sure you will now.
No.
You have the idea. I'm sure you will.
I'm not going to do it.
How much do you want to bet?
I am doing like a fucking Kmart version of chicken and waffles for dinner tomorrow night for the family, though.
This is going to get brainwormed, and you're going to sit there and think about, what about... Man, I got this white chocolate. I could put it on the nachos. I don't want Satan to win. But I want to try it.
just so you know, Satan, Samaj is a half-breed true. See, you got that. That's how you get him.
Is that my in?
Yeah, that's your in. He's half native, half white. That's your in. You got that in common. You got to work that.
So he's also half wrong.
Yeah.
half
such an
half
asshole.
wrong. Half...
Yeah, I heard
What was
that
that,
guy was
Gage?
talking
We didn't
about
hear you.
one thing, and I was like, oh no, that's got to get to Satan. That's too fun not to fuck with.
Yeah. Oh, maybe it goes. Yeah, the first one should be the white. Half white, half wrong. Fucking mulattoes.
The first half should be the white half. Jesus Christ. Oh man, that's gonna be like the new rainbow KKK. You can be any race you want. You can be any mixed race you want as long as you say the white part first.
Yeah, I think all they really like to do nowadays is call people interracial couples various types of mud animals.
Mud hog and mud shark and mud something.
Yeah, that's fucking weird.
Yeah, fucking.
That is one of the weird things about growing up in like an interracial family. Like, Satan probably more direct than me, but like my cousin's black, and like we've had Mexican people in the family for a long time. So it's always like you just grow up and you're like, no, everybody's just different races. Like it doesn't matter. And then you run into racism, you're like surprised the first time. You're like, oh, people don't like other people for that. That's weird. Especially in California.
No, like, dude, I've said this a lot recently, and like every time I say it, I get more and more people's like eyebrows like look at me like all fucking funny and shit. But I prefer Southern racism to Northern racism.
Because it's fucking up front.
Well, no, like it's kinda, but like if somebody lives in Texas and they don't like black people, they will move away from black people, and that'll be it. Like that's it. Like they can be racist shit all they want to, but you don't hear it because all they're doing is talking about Blackie at their kitchen table, and that's it.
All they're doing is talking about Blackie at their kitchen table.
Right, like because you don't have to fucking see it. It segregates itself away from anything that would cause a problem. It intentionally puts itself away from other people where it doesn't want to be.
Yeah, that's how my half sister who lived out in Arkansas fucking would explain it.
But yeah, like anywhere else, like fucking California or up north, or like especially the fucking New England states. I don't like you. You should move. Who are you? Like, why are you yelling at me? Cause you're some kind of what are you?
What are you?
I don't know what you are, but I don't like it.
Do me a favor and tell me what you are so I can decide how to hate you.
Like, I've seen a lot of that shit recently, and that shit doesn't come from the South.
Oh yeah, no, the racism in California is bizarre. Like I point out to the girl who didn't realize her father was making like a racist joke because her and her mom were walking through the yard, and he's like, "The hell y'all guys doing out there? You ain't Mexicans." She thought that was the funniest joke and did not understand that was really fucking racist. Like, no.
I mean, they do hang out in the yard, like because like the. Well, no, like, and you know why they do that?
No, why?
Because like there's very strict gender roles in like Mexican families, like specifically Mexican families, but like just Hispanics in general, what's like specifically Mexican, and they're like the men are the heads of the household, right? But the women, they do make some fucking rules, and if they make some rules, they fucking stick to them, and fuck you obey that shit. And one of those things is you don't drink in the house, you drink out in the fucking lawn. Like either the backyard, the front yard, whatever, but you drink outside. And that's why like a lot of times you'll see a bunch of Mexicans hanging outside the house drinking, because you're not allowed to drink inside the house.
Oh, see, in this case, it was daddy is a doctor, mommy is a lawyer. The only Mexicans that belong in the yard are the gardeners.
Okay, that's a bit different.
Yeah. This is a little white
Okay,
Jewish
never
rich girl.
mind.
Just so you know.
That one's a bit different.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's funny because my cousin's married to a Mexican chick, and whenever he wants to smoke his weed, he has to go fucking outside to do it. He loves smoking weed, and he goes right the fuck out the door. There's never any debate. Or he'll go sit on his back porch, but he will never pull it out inside. Not ever. Now I know that has to do with drinking, because he's never been a drinker. Although I gotta say, we do allow drinking in the house. The Mexicans in the family. Mainly because she really likes wine. That, and, you know, anytime my family has a family gathering, there's gonna be a full bar, essentially.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Irish.
Like I said, like that is one of the few rules that I'm having for my funeral. There will be a fucking bar.
Like, no. If I don't have a bar, I'm not going to get nearly enough attendance. We need to have a bar.
It's not even that. I want a fucking open bar at my funeral.
You know, I mean, if you're going to have a funeral, you should. I mean, why not make it a party? Everybody's there.
Right.
It would almost be disrespectful not to have fucking people drinking at your funeral, man.
Eh?
Right.
Although, I suppose if there is, you know, your ghost really does pop out of your body, unlikely as that may seem, it might be more fun to watch everybody crying. I figure I want my body stuffed in the corner for the party, like hanging out. Like put a fucking joint in one hand and hang out. Get a stripper.
So you're saying,
don't tell her that I'm dead.
You want me to stuff you?
If they can get a stripper and not tell her that I'm dead, and see if they can get her to give me a lap dance, that'd be even funnier.
Pretty good, man. God damn, man.
Weekend at Bernie's moment. That's fucked up. Why is it so funny picturing a stripper like freaking out because she's been giving a lap dance to a corpse? That shouldn't be that fucking funny.
Because they're not people. It's fine.
Oh, that's a fair point. Oh, man. Oh, damn. Yeah, we should probably end. It's like 12:30.
Oh, yeah.
And I gotta fucking get up early and start trimming that fucking weed. Huh?
So I was just going to say, for anyone who stuck around, thank you and bye-bye.
I gotta
Fuck you,
pull up
bitches.
this